blue skies, absolutely beautiful weather. Really nice. By the way, you can tweet us tonight at the game. We'd love to see them. Send them our way, first.com/CBSAustin, or you can email me at weather@cbsaustin.com. Eagle fight never dies. Have a great day.
Atta girl.
Welcome to Georgetown Eagle football on SHN Sports, presented by Jamie Fisher with Keller Williams Realty. Games also made possible by Royce Electric, Mas Fajitas, Champion, Site Prep, Georgetown Interstate Transmission and Auto Repair, and Mill Direct Carpet. Enjoy tonight's Georgetown Eagle football action.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to week number 2 of Georgetown Eagle football, live tonight from Georgetown High School here on a Thursday night as the Hayes Rebels make their way down from Hayes County down in Buda here to beautiful Georgetown, Texas. We're live at Birkelbach Field. Rob Hipp alongside Matt Leishman. Perfect weather for Georgetown Eagle football here this evening in beautiful Georgetown, Texas. 81 degrees under fair skies. The humidity at 32%. Wind should not be an issue tonight, blowing from the east at 5 miles per hour. Well, last week, of course, Matt and I up in beautiful Waco, Texas at Waco Midway High School there at Panther Stadium as the Fort Worth Brewer Bears came. And Georgetown, even though we were on the road, was a designated away team. Georgetown handing Fort Worth Brewer Bears a decisive loss, 36-20. Saw a lot of great defense by Georgetown. But, hey, even more impressive, Cooper Bell, 5 touchdowns, 360-plus yards as a Georgetown Eagle. New quarterback starting this year. Last week for the Hayes Rebels, they come into this contest churning up some turf, running over 500 yards on the ground, and they defeated Eastview 48-36 there at their home field at Bob Shelton. Matt, a great night for football here in Georgetown, and good to have you up in the booth, partner. It's great to be back, first time at home in 2017.
Yeah, Rob, I was going to say, since we started SHN, this is our 3rd year doing Georgetown football, 7-2 record for Georgetown when they play here and we broadcast, so they're batting about 78%, and like you said, you couldn't ask for a better night for football. Not a cloud in the sky, beautiful weather as Hayes comes in, like you mentioned, with a definite strong running game that Georgetown's going to be tested by, and we'll talk about that here in a minute. But Rob, just great to be back at Birkelbach and hoping for a nice crowd out here tonight on Thursday.
Absolutely. We wanted to remind everyone that this season, Georgetown Eagle football brought to you by our friend Jamie Fisher with Keller Williams Realty. Wanted to make sure that we give Jamie a shout out. We'll take a quick break. Matt's pregame and more will continue as we kick off here just about 7 minutes until the kickoff festivities. We'll be right back. This is Georgetown Eagle football on the SHNSports.com broadcast network.
Champion Site Prep is a proud sponsor of Eagle football and wishes the team and staff the best in tonight's game. Big enough to undertake the largest projects, yet small enough to maintain the values that have made us successful. Loyalty, quality, teamwork. We perform earthwork and site development on a wide range of projects throughout Texas, specializing in site development, schools, commercial retail, office buildings, hospitals, and subdivisions. That's Champion Site Prep Incorporated. We'll move the earth for you. Visit us online at idigdirt.com. Go Eagles!
Royce Electric is a proud sponsor of Eagle football and would like to wish Cameron and Kaylee Biondo a great year. Granddad and Nana love you. That's Royce Electric for all your commercial and residential electrical contract work. That's Royce Electric Incorporated. Go Eagles!
We expect a lot from the teams we give our loyalty to. We expect them to play through the pain, leave it on the field, and give 110%, even though that's impossible. Yet when it comes to the banks we give our money to, we expect less than we do of the backup punter. At Frost, we want to change the way you think about banks entirely by never stopping when it comes to giving you our very best. And if you need to armchair quarterback us sometime, go for it. It'll only make us better. See what you can expect at frostbank.com/expect more.
Champion Site Prep is a proud sponsor of Eagle football and wishes the team and staff the best in tonight's game. Big enough to undertake the largest projects, yet small enough to maintain the values that have made us successful. Loyalty, quality, teamwork. We perform earthwork and site development on a wide range of projects throughout Texas, specializing in site development, schools, commercial retail, office buildings, hospitals, and subdivisions. That's Champion Site Prep Incorporated. We'll move the earth for you. Visit us online at idigdirt.com. Go Eagles!
Hey guys, it's Fran Hawkins, linebacker for the Georgetown Eagles.
I'm Caden Leggett, wide receiver.
I'm Cooper Bell, quarterback.
I'm Eric Anderson, running back.
I'm Kyler Vronsky, middle linebacker.
I'm Tyler Zaro, offensive guard.
I'm Trace Glanville, the defensive back.
I'm Tyler Solomon, defensive end for the Georgetown Eagles, and you're listening to SHN Sports.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome back to Georgetown Eagle Football live tonight on the SHNSports.com broadcast network. Rob Hipp with Matt Leishman. About 4 minutes to go before opening kickoff. Matt, I'll send it over to you for tonight's pregame, partner.
Thanks, Rob. Tonight, Georgetown returns to Birkelbach Field for the 2017 home opener. A night earlier than usual, the Eagles step up in class to host the Hayes Rebels of District 25-6A, a team they have beaten in each of the past 3 years. Both games in Buda were close, but 2 years ago the Eagles blew out the Rebels here in Georgetown. Both teams enter tonight's game coming off Week 1 wins. Head coach Neil LaHue and his Rebels hosted Eastview and pulled away late to beat the Patriots 48-36. Georgetown took to a neutral site at Waco Midway and rocketed past Fort Worth Brewer 36-20. Hayes had a 3-7 record in 2016. Hayes' offense is run heavy and is led by senior running back Cade Powell, who ran for more than 700 yards and 10 touchdowns last year. The Rebs will play different players at quarterback, and Georgetown will have to prepare for Xavier Hernandez and Tyler Conley. Coach Dean told us Tuesday that each guy does something different back there at the quarterback position. Nathan Tate, Gentry Braywith, and Patrick Guerrero are leading receivers, and all-district player Phil McSorley anchors the Hayes O-line. 8 starters return to a Hayes defense that features D lineman Justin Rodriguez and Ryan Leal, defensive back Hector Fuentes, and linebacker Sam Guzman. The 2 major preview magazines have Hayes finishing 4th and 5th, respectively, in the 25-6A District of Death that is home to both Westlake and Lake Travis. After a bit of a slow start last week, Georgetown's offense was flying high. As Rob mentioned, senior quarterback Cooper Bell took the reins and never looked back, completing 20 of 40 passes for 360 yards, 5 big touchdowns, and no picks. Junior Noah Drum led the receiving corps with 7 grabs, 135 yards, and a score. Senior Caden Leggett tallied 2 touchdowns on 5 catches for 116 yards. Dylan Cahill had 2 receiving scores among his 5 receptions. We do know Eric Anderson will return to the Eagle backfield tonight, so that's a big plus. Sophomore R.J. Moreno picked up the slack last week, 68 yards on 13 carries. The Georgetown offense finished with 452 yards, and no turnovers under new play caller Ricky Beatty. The Eagle D also played a solid first game 6 days ago. They harassed the quarterback and picked off 3 passes on the night, then late in the game forced a safety on an intentional grounding penalty. 1 INT each went to Trace Glanville, Gage Leggett, and Paul Saucedo. Other standouts were Kyle Urbanowski, Brandon Hawkins, and Tyler Solomon. Coach Dean is looking for a similar effort tonight. In Georgetown games, as I mentioned, at Birkelbach Field that are broadcast here on SHN, a 7-2 overall record, looking for 8-2 after tonight. That's a quick look at both teams. Rob, I will send it back to you.
Matt, as always, great job with that pregame. Captains now on the field for both teams. Georgetown lining up there from left to right. It's Tyler Knowles alongside, looks like Tyler Solomon out there, as well as number 21, Paul Salcedo, and number 67 there on the right side of your screen, Talon Zaro for your Georgetown Eagles. We're about a minute to go before we kick things off. Both teams at midfield right now. And wanted to also announce tonight the referee will be Keith Otto, umpire Jamie Bazan, head linesman, and maybe Jaime Bazan, beg your pardon, head linesman Johnny Harros, line judge Brandon Rich, the back judge Don Green, game clock timer will be Roger Arbuckle, and the 40-25 clock timer Felix Pais. So we're glad to have those guys out there. Thank you, as always, to the officials who spend their time here. You know, they don't get paid a lot for these games, but they do it for fun, and we're glad to have them as well.
Rob, keys to victory, as always, brought to you by Click Computers. Your monitor looking a little glossy. No problem. Just call Rob and his posse at Click Computers on Leander Road. Hayes has to run the ball effectively to win this ball game. The Rebels love to keep the football on the ground, and they ran for more than 550 yards against Eastview. They will face a much better defense tonight. The Hayes defense will be tested on the other side. EV scored 38, and you can bet Georgetown offense is anxious to show off for the home fans. If the Eagle D shuts down the Hayes run game, they'll be in good shape as the Rebels aren't nearly as comfortable passing the ball. Georgetown's potent passing offense needs to keep the momentum going against a subpar Hayes secondary. Time for the anthem, Rob. Kickoff moments away.
We'll send it to the PA. This is the national anthem. You're listening to Georgetown Eagle Football on SHN Sports.
Please rise for the singing of the national anthem, sung by the members of the Georgetown High School Choir under the direction of Joey Lawrence and Stacy Brandenberger. Beautiful rendition there of our country's national anthem, live tonight on a beautiful Thursday night football here for the week number 2 action. Of course, non-district play, but Georgetown still wanting to work out a few kinks. You know, Matt, during that coaches show, we talked about you can't ever have a perfect game. Georgetown has always got opportunities to improve. Tonight, we'll hope to see that defense. Tonight, they've really got to focus, Matt, on the run game of Hayes and holding them in the barrel tonight.
And I talked with Brandon Hawkins yesterday, Rob, and he told me that they're focused on that running game. They're going to, do their best to kind of stack the box like Brewer did against them last week, kind of forcing them more into passing situation. That's really what you want to force the Hayes Rebels to do. They can, they had some success throwing the ball, but not nearly as much as they, just pounded Eastview last week for nearly 600 yards rushing. Both of those guys, Powell and Mayberry, Rob, over 130 yards rushing. So you're right. It's going to be a test for the Georgetown defense, and they're excited about it. They're up, should be up for the challenge.
Well, Matt, we're excited. Our first home game here of this third SHN season for the Georgetown Eagles. We're glad to be back up here in the beautiful Birkelbach Field press box. If you're looking across the skies up here in the press box, not a cloud in sight. An absolute perfect night for football here at Georgetown High School. Nathan Height with us, not on the camera tonight. We've got the live feed coming right in from the school, but Nathan up here providing support as well. Georgetown will kick off. It'll be Cole Northcutt kicking off, Davis Northcutt kicking off for the Georgetown Eagles, and set back to receive the kick returner for Hayes will be who do we got back there?
Well, we don't have them on the field yet.
Don't have the number back there.
It's going to be Scott and Braywith, I believe, but we'll wait.
There's Sam Scott out there, number 21. Also Nathan Tate is a punt returner. We'll see if he's also the kick returner, but I believe it may be number 14, Gentry Brawith, the senior. Hayes now coming on to the field as Georgetown will kick from right to left, as you can see it there on your video screen. Again, thanks for joining us tonight. SHN Sports, Georgetown Eagle Football. Boy, Matt, it feels good to be at home, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does, Rob. You were correct. Scott and Braywith are back there for the Hayes Rebels. And let's hope Davis Northcutt can punch one deep or short. He kicked him short last week against Brewer.
Well, Davis, the ball sitting there on that X at the 40-yard line. Davis will kick from right to left. Hayes back to receive around the 5-yard line. in the shade of the Georgetown Eagles. The right toe to leather. The football is up on its way. Beautiful kick, and it's going to drop at the 4-yard line. Returned by Hayes now across the 15. Trying to go to the outside, dodging the Eastview logo, and he'll be brought down at the 21. A great stop right there by none other than Georgetown Eagle Drew Barfield.
Yeah, that was Gentry Braywith on that return, and a nice, like you said, a nice tackle there side to side by starting linebacker Drew Barfield, so he's already into the game.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're out there. The SHN fan line is open as always. Send us a text, 512-522-9105. That number, 512-522-9105. Also like to welcome the stadium fans tonight on 90.1 FM here in Stadium. First down and 10 for the Rebels. Rolling to that inside-outside hash mark. The catch is made at the 30 and popped out at the last minute. Will they give him possession? Yes, they will, and that'll be almost enough for a first down. It'll be stopped 3 yards short. That was Nathan Tate on the reception. Quarterback tonight for the Hayes Rebels out there, seeing if he can throw some things around for those Rebels. It's Javier Martinez.
Xavier.
He is the junior, and it is Xavier. Saw a J there for some reason at first. Martinez in shotgun, has it, throws it over to his back there on the near side into the hands of Sam Scott. And Scott will be dropped right at that first down marker. We'll see if they give it to him, and they do. So Hayes comes out here, Matt, uncharacteristically 2 passing plays, and they get the first down here. 11:21 to go. We're scoreless here in the first quarter, Matt.
It's interesting, Rob, like you said, 2 passing plays when they're known for their running game, but throwing Georgetown a little off schedule, got a first down on 2 plays.
This drive started out for the Rebels on their own 21, and this play here, another pass to the outside, and another positive gain for Hayes down near the 40-yard line. This time it was Gentry Braywith on the keeper. I mistakenly said he passed it. That was a keeper there to the outside. It'll bring up 2nd down and 3.
You were right the first time. Martinez passed it to him very quickly.
Oh, it was? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to get set up here, Matt.
Don't second-guess yourself. Hayes is picking up big chunks of yardage here, Rob.
2nd down and short. The handoff going to be to his back, number 22. That's Dallin Roberts, and Roberts will pick up enough for another Hayes Rebel first down. We'll see if they mark him. I mean, he was right there on the marker.
3rd and inches.
Boy, that's a call that normally here in high school football you see that as the first down. I'm surprised, Matt. The ball is resting right on the paint of that outside hash marker. I mean, that should be a first down. And they are going to stop here to look at it.
While we have a second, let's go over the starting offensive line for the Hayes Rebels. As we mentioned, Phil McSorley at left tackle, senior all-district player. Ben Hoskins, the senior left guard. The center is a junior, Brandon Garcia. Right guard, senior Lyndon Wilson, and another talented right tackle, Jaden Smith, a senior. So a very veteran offensive line, big physical offensive line for Hayes, and they're showing it so far, Rob, in measurement.
Matt, very rare do we see a measurement in high school football these days. This is the first
close.
one we've seen this season. And, I mean, from up here it looks like it is enough for the first down, and it is barely short by just a couple of inches.
That's going to be up to Georgetown defense to try to make a stop here. That's going to be a big challenge trying to get them for a loss, really, or no gain.
Again, welcome to Georgetown Eagle football. Proud sponsors also Royce Electric. We appreciate the support of Royce Electric this season. We'll have their contact information and more. And friends, reminding you to please patronize our sponsors.
Yep.
As they make these broadcasts happen. The first 3rd down here, and he is not going to get there. Georgetown defense coming up huge, maybe even a loss of a half of a yard. Great defense right there by the Georgetown Eagles.
Yeah, that was outstanding. And now the Rebels lose a yard, like we said, or a half yard. And, boy, are they going to gamble here? No, they're not. You got to watch out for the fake.
Nathan Tate makes his way onto the field. And is he going to kick the ball? He's a wide receiver, but Nate is set back to punt that one away.
He is the punter. But, Rob, you got to watch out if he has something in your arsenal here.
They've got it wrong on the list here, showing him as a wide receiver.
Oh, he's both.
Set back to receive. Caden Leggett there at the 30 for Georgetown on the right side. Punt up and on its way. Caden's going to have a chance this time. Caden at the 26, driving around, and Caden will be stopped as he tries to get up to the 30. A host of those Hayes Rebels and company there on that stop. It'll be first down for Georgetown. They've got 80 to go, Matt. 70 yards, I beg your pardon.
Right. Only a 3-yard return, but a good job by Caden to hold on to the ball. He's being gang tackled there, and even better, Georgetown defense on 3rd and inches, Rob. Just they didn't assume the first down, and they measured, and Georgetown able to stop them and get possession of the ball. And Cooper Bell leads that offense onto the field.
Cooper Bell and that Georgetown offense lining up in shotgun, 2 receivers down, 1 up top to the right. As Cooper, standing on around the 24-23, gets the ball in shotgun, passing downfield, has his man Leggett. Leggett is on his way across the 40, 30, 20, 10, 5, touchdown. Caden Leggett, a 71-yard strike down to Caden Leggett to open things up for the Georgetown Eagles. What a play.
Rob, deja vu all over again. The exact same play that worked for a touchdown against Brewer. That little crossing pattern, Caden able to get separation. And we had heard some issues maybe with that Hayes secondary, and it shows up on the first offensive play as Cooper Bell hits Caden Leggett for 71 big ones and a score.
Leggett, Tula gets a quit. Nobody could stop him coming all the way down. He had to fight over across midfield. He was able to grab that ball through the Rebel defender, made his way down, and with 9:04 to go in the first quarter, Georgetown strikes on their first play of the game here in their home opener. And an official timeout here. We'll see what's going on. Georgetown actually calling timeout. Here's Coach Dean on the field with the official. Matt, way to start for the Georgetown Eagles. We'll keep it right here.
Can't ask for much better, Rob. A nice pitch and catch there. Great connection. We saw that last week. Caden now has 3 touchdowns in just over 1 game played. Basically 1 game and 1 play. But he beat the defender there, I think, was Nathan Tovar, the senior defensive back, 25 for Hayes. Just no chance there. And we know Caden's got great hands. He was able to break that tackle, as you mentioned. And once Caden gets in the open field, it's not going to be a lot of guys that can catch him.
So Georgetown set to kick that extra point attempt. Going back to last year, Luis Diaz, that all-state kicker, Georgetown here has got to find their rhythm in the kicking game. That was one area where they had a little bit of trouble last week. And, as the season goes on, things will improve out there for Mr. Davis Northcutt. He is set to kick the extra point. And we will see if he can put this one through on that point after try. Cooper Bell holding the extra point attempt up and on its way, and it is no good. Wow. That could come back to hurt Georgetown.
Going to have to find a way to shore up the kicking game, Rob. Cannot have those kind of things happen. We saw that happen once last week, and that just kind of deflates you. You're able to take it down, and then you can't do the simple things.
And we'll keep things right here. Georgetown leading 6-0, scoring early, 9:04 mark in the first quarter. That 71-yard touchdown pass from the hands of Cooper Bell. He had 5 last week. He's already doing a great job here tonight with 71 yards to Mr. Tula get to quit, Caden Leggett.
Yeah, like we said, just exactly the start you're looking for the Georgetown offense, and Hayes already finds themselves down by 6. Hand it to the Georgetown defense, Rob. Got the ball immediately back to the offense, and they waited and wasted no time in putting points on the board.
Georgetown set to kick off here from right to left. Set back to receive is Brawith for the Hayes Rebels. Davis Northcutt set to kick this one away. Again, 9:04 first quarter, Georgetown leading 6-0 on their home field. Toe to leather off that right foot. The kick is on its way. The trumpets kind of flare out there. Hayes returning here across the 20, now to the 30. Has room to run and 1 to beat, and gets brought down at the 40. A great job right there by Georgetown, potentially stopping a touchdown. That looked like it was Elijah Clow on the play, the junior, 6'2", 190-pound defensive back.
Yeah, he kind of saved a touchdown there because Brawith was speeding through and got to the 2nd or 3rd level, Rob, and Clow was the last guy there to stop him.
Hayes here after having to punt it away. A Georgetown big 3rd down and short stop, and this time it's going to be a false start, and the Rebels will be 1st down and 15 on their own 35.
And we usually follow all the games going on, and we'll do that. There's only one other game of note. And that's Pflugerville and Leander, Rob, also on SHN Sports. And that's no score 7 minutes ago in the first quarter.
Leander trying to rebound from their loss last week. You know, only one team in the entire Central Texas region was shut out last week, and I was just going with that thought. Now I can't remember who it is.
You'll get it.
8:55 to go here in the first. Hayes with the ball, passing down midfield, has his man, has the first down in Eagle territory. Gaining a step there against number 17, Taco Williams, was the Hayes Rebels.
Braworth
coming alive here for the Rebels. Trying to answer that call of Georgetown, Matt.
He's very talented, Rob. You can tell already it's going to be a problem they have to watch out for. That time, Taco, a little loose on the coverage.
First down and 10, ball on the Eagle 31 for the Rebels as they move from left to right. Handoff this time to the back. It's the one who was churning up the yardage last week, Dallin Roberts. This time Roberts stopped for a gain of a few. It'll be second down and long as they move into the SHN red zone. We call that this year for first-time listeners. When the ball moves inside the 30, we call that the SHN red zone.
Four wideouts now. 5. Look at this setup.
Nobody in the backfield. Martinez with the ball. Pass is over, incomplete. First incomplete we've seen of the afternoon for him. And it'll be third down and a long 7.
Rob, that was a bubble screen intended for Braworth to the near side, but it was just blown up and nothing happening there. And now Georgetown's defense has a chance to put Hayes in a tough spot at 3rd and 7.
Third down and 7 for the Hayes Rebels. And we see Dallin Roberts heading off the field now to the sidelines. 8:03 to go. Georgetown leading 6-0. Trying to have another defensive stop here on 3rd down and 7. In shotgun, Martinez has a back behind him. Going to keep it here. Passes over to the far side. Has his man. Trying to dodge through defenders down at the 20. He'll have enough for a first down. It was Baylor Jordan on the reception for the Hayes Rebels. He could not get away soon enough for the Eagles, and it'll be a first down for those Rebels, Matt.
Nice little dragger out across there. Wide open Jordan. Martinez found him, and boy, it's a Hayes passing game on this drive that looks really impressive.
7:44 and ticking. This time 2 backs behind, 1 in motion. Look for that run to the left. On an option play, quarterback going to keep it. Martinez across the 15, inside to the 10. They'll mark him down at the 13-yard line. The Hayes Rebels knocking on the door now of that 10-yard line. It'll be second down and about 4 for the Rebels.
Good yardage on that keeper. Impressive bounce-back drive so far for the Rebels.
On the far side, hash mark, man in motion again. Martinez has a back offset to him, and he's going to hand off to that back. Across the 5, trying to dive his way in. The pylons go, but also Laundry on the field inside the 5. Nice carry there by Tylen Mayberry. We'll see if this one comes back. There was a Laundry around that 5-yard line, Matt, on that far side.
Could be holding. Hayes looks like they're moving backwards.
Well, Matt, remember this drive started out on their own 40. First play was a false start, moved them back to the 35. And now penalties again here. It is a holding against the offense, and that'll move them back
10
yards.
Unless it was a hold downfield, which
it may be. Yep.
Wow, they gained a couple yards.
I don't understand how you gain.
Oh wow,
I don't understand how you gain.
Well,
he had it inside the 5. Would have been a first down, right?
Right. The ball's not spotted right. They have to respot because the hold didn't happen at the goal line, which look, now they move it back.
Yeah, I was about to say, you can't just have a holding penalty and just replay second down and nothing happens, Matt.
It depends on where it happened, but it's kind of a replay of what we just had.
Second down and 6. Martinez, shotgun. Going to hand off on a little end-around action here. Georgetown coming up big. A big stop right there by Mason Meyer for a loss of yards, although the Hayes Rebels now, it'll be third down and long. What could have been a first down after the penalty instead turns into 2nd and long, now 3rd down and 10.
Meyer, Rob, with a huge defensive play, loss of about 6 on that play, and that sets a big difference, 3rd and 10.
Meyer put a little Oscar and mustard on that one. 3rd down and 10. Martinez rolling to the inside, passing, broken up on the play by Georgetown. Great job out there by Caden Leggett.
Outstanding job by Caden. Intended that time for Tate, but Caden wasn't having any of it. And now we'll see if they trust their kicker, Ballinger, and they'll bring him on to try to cut the lead in half, Rob.
Well, Caden Leggett, of course, playing both sides of the field, receiver on offense.
Yeah.
And playing the end on defense, breaking up that play moments ago.
36 yards.
Holder will have it at the 26. Add 10, as Matt said. 36-yard field goal attempt by Michael Ballinger. Kicked way too low there. I don't know if it was maybe tipped at the line, but in any case, field goal no good. 6:19 to go. Georgetown leads 6-0. We'll take a break. Don't go anywhere, folks. Georgetown Eagle football on the SHNSports.com broadcast network will continue after this.
Royce Electric is a proud sponsor of Eagle football and would like to wish Cameron and Kaylee Biondo a great year. Granddad and Nana love you. That's Royce Electric for all your commercial and residential electrical contract work. That's Royce Electric Incorporated.
Back in action here. Eagles quickly over to Caden Leggett. Leggett again finding his way across the 25-yard line. Quickly back in action, and Georgetown, it'll be 2nd down and around 5, Matt.
Rob, across the offensive line, Zane Haas, Kevin Espinosa, Talanzero, Connor Elston, and Brian Arroyo for the Georgetown Eagles.
Georgetown here, starting on their own 21, now 2nd down and 5. Handoff to the back, trying to come around on the side there. It's Moreno, and Moreno is going to be stopped just about a yard short of that first down marker on the far side. It'll be 3rd down and short for your Georgetown Eagles.
Yeah, couldn't quite bust it over there to the right side, just short, like you said. And the tight end checks in, Aaron Wilkerson, to try to add some bulk, and they'll try to get that 3rd and short, Rob.
Cooper Bell, shotgun. Receiver in motion, coming from bottom to top is Dylan Cahill.
Coach Dean didn't like it.
2nd timeout for the Georgetown Eagles. 5:40 to go in the first quarter. We'll keep things right here. Georgetown leading 6-0, Matt.
No score. Cross at Leander. Pflugerville and Leander playing tonight. 2:58 to go in the first quarter. Nothing going on there. And Georgetown with that early touchdown here. Boy, Rob, look at the sky. Could you ask for a better night? And a cold front coming in, so it's not blazingly hot out there, and it's supposed to be in the 50s tonight. So just a really nice night for football.
New public address announcer, I believe. I'll get his name. It's Mike Stevenson, I believe. I may be wrong on that. I'll double check. I apologize. But, of course, the legend, the true voice of the Eagles, no longer up here as he's taking time with family on 3rd down and short. It's going to be enough for a first down for the Eagles, powering his way forward for Georgetown. It was Tyler Solomon coming in, playing a little running back action.
The big jumbo package there with Tyler Solomon and Brandon Hawkins in the backfield, Rob, and they got the job done. They got a yard. Barely.
1st down and 10 for the Eagles. Bell on that far hash mark, a back behind him, 2 receivers down. Cooper standing back, and now flags fly. It'll be a false start. Drop Georgetown back 5 for their first penalty.
Yeah, you could see it. The snap came back, and everything was just kind of discombobulated there. Eagles will face 1st and 15. Cahill and Drum and Caden Leggett all on the near side, Rob.
.5:12 clock ticking. In motion, Caden Leggett. Bell over to the outside into the hands of Noah Drum. Parum-pum trying to bring his way forward. He'll be close to that marker. He has to get to the 31 for the first down. He may be just shy of, well, I beg your pardon. He's got to get up to the 41. Right. He'll be well short. It'll be Second down and long for the Georgetown Eagles. Call it second down and 10.
Nice job there by Isaiah Jacobs, the senior DB for Hayes, on that tackle, darting in to get Drum.
4:38, Georgetown leading 6-0. Cooper Bell all alone. He's got to watch it. He fumbles the ball as he gets hit. Georgetown defense has no idea it's down there. Hayes may have fallen on it, and they do. Nobody told Bell what was going on, and boy, he got popped right back there by that Hayes defense. And the offensive line of Georgetown had no idea they were coming, and that'll be a turnover, Matt. It was Sam Guzman leading the way for the Rebels.
Yeah, Guzman recovered the fumble. I'm not sure about the sack, but it was to Cooper's blind side, Rob. He had no chance of seeing the oncoming rusher and not able to hold on to the ball, and the first big turnover of the game goes to the Hayes Rebels. Credit to their defense, and they're at the 25.
So after Georgetown on their first play of the first possession, a 71-yard dagger to Caden Leggett for a touchdown, they fumble it here on their third possession. Hayes has it in Eagle territory on the Georgetown 25. Georgetown trying to emulate the same thing here, though, but the quarterback Martinez able to break away from it, and he turns negative yardage into a gain of 4 up to the 21.
Frankie Durante there for Georgetown, Rob, wondering how he couldn't get that sack. Just took a little bit too far of an angle out there and couldn't get his hands on Martinez.
Second down and 6, a gain of 4 on the play. Martinez and the Rebels looking to strike. Handoff to his back as he dances around. It's Dolan Roberts, and Roberts may get enough to that first down. We'll see if he's right at that 16-yard line. They may have marked him just shy, and it is. It'll be third down and short. We've seen Georgetown come up on a couple of third down possessions here this afternoon already against Hayes. That big one coming on the Rebels' first possession. It ultimately ended up in a punt by the Hayes Rebels. Matt, if you remember, only third down and inches, and Georgetown able to stop them. Third down and 1. The Rebels, Martinez in shotgun. Going to hand off to his back, and the Eagle defense again trying to push him back.
Wow.
And they may have got him, Matt. It was Dolan Roberts again on that carry, and he may have been stopped.
Yeah, and I don't think you'll see Hayes try after that field goal effort by Ballinger was very poor earlier. You're going to see them definitely go for it here. Can Georgetown rise up again? They've been awesome on 3rd and 1 so far in this game, stopping them both times. This is going to be a tough one. Mayberry back there in the backfield now.
Handoff again to the back, trying to come around the outside. He's got enough for the first down and more, all the way to the 7-yard line. That was Dolan Roberts again, I believe, on that carry, Matt.
Actually.
Or no, it wasn't. It was Tylen Mayberry.
Yeah. Hayes back in scoring zone once again. 1st and goal.
Mayberry this time stopped for maybe a gain of 1 on the play up to the 15-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and goal. Once again, friends, thanks for joining us here tonight. Georgetown Eagle football on the SHNSports.com broadcast network. Rob Hipp alongside Matt Leishman, Nathan Height up here in the booth with us as well. 2:19 to go in the first quarter of action. Georgetown leads 6-0. Text messages coming in. We'll get to those in a moment. Martinez in shotgun. This time, rolling out to the outside, passing up, has his man, and Georgetown will stop him right at the 1-yard line. On that reception, I believe that was Elijah Martinez, the tight end, the junior, with a great carry. It'll be 3rd down and goal from the 1-yard line, 1 to go.
Rob, I'm really impressed with Martinez's touch so far in this game. He just put the right little bit of mustard on that to get it over the defense and short of the defensive backs. And now 3rd and goal at the 1. Can Georgetown bow up on defense?
Martinez in shotgun. 2 backs, and flags fly. And it's going to be a false start, and what would have been 3rd down and goal from the 1 will now be 3rd down and goal from the 6. Boy, that's a costly one there against the Rebels, Matt.
It is. You called it. I mean, now you're basically in a passing situation unless you really have a lot of faith in your run game, which they do. But I would expect Martinez, the way he's thrown the ball so far, to roll out and try to find one of his weapons there in the passing game.
Dolan Roberts comes back into the game for Martin Shoemaker, the running back. Martinez in shotgun, has his back. Tylen Mayberry offset to his right. 2 down, 1 receiver up top high on the left. Going to hand off to Mayberry, loses his footing, and he'll be stopped at the 6-yard line. Don't know if you can really credit the Georgetown D a whole lot on that one. He lost his footing as he came out of that snap. And it'll be 4th down now and goal from the 6-yard line, Matt.
Rob, no confidence in Ballinger, the kicker. Well, as I say that, here he comes.
Well,
I jinxed myself.
We appreciate that, Matt. Keep that jinx coming.
The effort on the first kick was not great, so here he comes. And let's see if that's the same kicker. Yeah, it is. Michael Ballinger, the junior.
This kick up, and it is good. So Hayes on the board, 6-3. They could have won it and scored. Georgetown got him down all the way to that 1-yard line, and then those false starts pushed them back, and the Rebels able to kick that one through. Matt, how far was that? I didn't even catch that.
23.
So 23-yard field goal good for Ballinger.
Yep, you got it.
We'll keep things right here. Thanks for joining us again tonight on SHN Sports. Rob Hipp alongside Matt Leishman.
So, Rob, after the turnover, that's not bad to give up that field goal. Hayes was knocking right on the door of tying this ball game and maybe even taking the lead. But a nice job by the Georgetown defense to stop Martinez on that pass play at the 1. And then the penalty, as you mentioned, was huge. That forced a running play. I thought they would pass, but they ran it, and sure enough, they held them to a field goal.
The Rebels set back to kick this one from left to right. Ball resting on the X at the 40. Set back to receive for Georgetown, Caden Leggett, as well as Dylan Cahill. The kick by Benalos is on its way, and it goes out of bounds. That'll be an illegal procedure. Georgetown will have excellent field position with 36 seconds to go, leading 6-3.
Rob, sorry, that was Noah Drum back there with Caden. Leggett and Drum.
Again, want to thank you for watching this evening, spending your Thursday evening with us. Rob Hipp alongside Matt Leishman here on SHN Sports.
And they'll make him kick it again. I like that strategy by Coach Dean.
Yeah, I'd make him kick it again, too.
Yeah, because you have weapons back there, and they're kicking away from Caden Leggett, obviously. They don't want to mess with Caden's speed. But Noah Drum is no slouch either, so if either of those guys can get their hands on the ball, Rob.
Well, Caden Leggett, the number 1-3 out there on the far hash mark if you're watching on your video screen, standing at the 20-yard line. Back to the inside, Noah Drum, also on the 20. Right back there for Georgetown. 36 seconds to go in the first. The Eagles will have it. Coming up will be their 3rd possession of the evening. Their last possession, Cooper Bell fumbled as he got hit from behind. The first possession, of course, that 71-yard touchdown pass to Leggett, Caden Leggett.
And that's it.
It'll be Joe. That's who kicked it last time.
Yeah, Benuelos.
Benuelos, left toe to leather. I like that left foot.
Ooh.
This one's going to sell with the G logo at the 25 on the far side. Eagles with it, dives down. Great field position for Georgetown. They'll mark him down. Noah Drum at the 37.
So, interestingly, Benuelos does the kickoffs, but Ballinger does the place kicking. So, 2 different kickers there for the Rebels.
Georgetown will have it on their own 37-yard line. First possession, they had it on their own 21. Last possession, I beg your pardon, had it on their own 29. Last possession, their own 21. And so they'll start out with their best field position, starting position of the evening here on their 3rd possession.
Well, Rob, they had a protection problem on that last possession. Offensive line needs to shore that up and protect Cooper Bell a lot better.
Of course, the white hat out there, the referee, Keith Otto. Cooper Bell going to pass here. Midfield has his man up into the hands of Georgetown, still diving around the 50-yard line. It's Noah Drum. Pa-rum-pum-pum-pum, he goes down across the 30-yard line. Noah Drum already in that SHN red zone now in Hayes Rebel territory. They'll mark him down at the 27-yard line. What a run right there by Noah Drum.
If you're able to protect Cooper Bell and give him time, Rob, he's going to have a big night because the Hayes secondary is severely tested by the Georgetown receivers.
Cooper Bell looking to pass here again. stepping back, and he'll have his man, but it will be a loss of 1 on the play. He dumps that one off over to Sam Guzman, the senior. No, beg your pardon. He dumps that off over to Zane Haas. That was weird. Over to the offensive lineman?
No. That was to Eric Anderson,
I was
I
about
believe.
to say, and this is the first time
Yep.
we've seen Eric Anderson here. Of course, he did not play last week, and Mr. Anderson out there for the Georgetown Eagles.
That was the defender who was all over it, and we heard about Guzman, Rob, as an all-district linebacker, and he's showing it, the senior, a very, very good aggressive defender for the Rebs.
Well, that's the end of 1. We'll take a quick break. Don't go anywhere, folks. Georgetown Eagle football continues. The Eagles lead 6-3, second down and 11. We'll actually keep it right here as they're already breaking out of the huddle. So, again, end of the first period, end of the first quarter. Georgetown leads 6-3, second down and 11 now as they switch sides, Matt.
Yeah, and Georgetown looking for a little better success on the next play than they had with that loss of 1. They try to set up a screen there to Mr. Anderson, but as we mentioned, Guzman had that sniffed out totally. Now let's see if they give Anderson his first carry of the year, Rob.
Ball at the 28, and it will be a handoff there, the first carry of the season into the hands of Eric Anderson. Picks up a couple on the play. Eric, of course, a senior, 5'8", 185-pound Haas back there for Georgetown Eagles. We saw a lot of glimpses of Eric last year. A lot of hope for the Eagles in their running game, and it's good to see Mr. Anderson out there for the Georgetown Eagles here in this second game, Matt.
Yeah, and we heard he's going to be the main man once he gets going, Rob. He had to split time last year.
Far side hash mark, Cooper Bell and the Eagles on third down and a long 9. Going to hand off here, and maybe no gain on the play. It'll be 4th down and 9 for the Eagles. It was Dominic Johnson on the stop for the Rebels.
Yeah, they tried to catch them off guard there without running instead of passing, and that was nothing doing Dominic Johnson. And now, with not much of a kicking game, they're going to go for it.
Eric Anderson lining up in the backfield. Cooper Bell looking to pass on 4th down. Throws it over far side.
Wow.
First down, Eagles. Did he get there? Yes, he did. Caden Leggett right on the money for the Eagles. And Georgetown on 4th and 9 converts. They'll keep the drive alive.
Rob, how good was that throw and that catch? Caden Leggett knew exactly where he had to get. He just got 2 yards past the sticks, tapped his feet in bounds. Cooper Bell put it right on the money.
Boy, on 4th down and 9, what a play right there. This time Leggett and triplets line up top. One receiver down to the bottom for the Eagles is Zach Wolf. Cooper Bell dodging defenders this time. He's going to be sacked for a huge loss. That offensive line fell apart. And he will go all the way back, Matt, to the 30-yard line.
Yeah, Zane Kirkendall, senior defensive lineman, and boy, what a huge loss, Rob. Look at, going to be probably second at about, 25?
Yeah, Kirkendall knows how to ball down there. Boy, he just came storming through. I thought the Round Rock Express was over with, and that train came rolling.
Yeah, that's a real drive changer right there, Rob.
It'll be second down and long. Cooper Bell looking to pass. Still has the pocket. This time punt fakes, pulls it back in, and once again brought down. Positive yards. It was Kirkendall yet again, Matt, with that drop on Cooper Bell. No gain on the play. Maybe 1.
Maybe half a yard, Rob. And boy, Georgetown's O-line going to make some adjustments because Cooper has been under serious amount of duress back there in the pocket so far. Got to give him a little bit of time.
Zach Wolf up top alongside Caden Leggett. We also see Cahill down there. Down at the bottom is Noah Drum. Cooper Bell, shotgun, 3rd down and 19, passing over, corner, has Leggett, has him up, has the drop, almost into the hands of Caden Leggett on 3rd down and 19. He just couldn't haul it in. You got to give credit to the defense out there on that coverage, Matt. Beautifully thrown, though.
Yeah, and I think Caden might tell you he should have had that, Rob. He had separation on the DB, but just couldn't get it over his shoulder, and now you're in no man's land with no chance to kick a 46-yard field goal. It's 4th and about 20. You got to try to get down to the 7-yard line somehow, and they're going to go for it here.
Eric Wilkerson, the tight end for Georgetown, in there right behind that line. Bell High snap, standing 35, throws over corner, Leggett getting pushed, Leggett has the touchdown, Georgetown! What a catch right there by Caden Leggett as he comes down 28 yards. Tula gets to quit, baby. Another 4th down and long, this time 19, and it was Caden Leggett yet again.
Caden with 4 touchdown receptions now on the season, and Rob, how talented is that young man? He probably went and told Cooper Bell, I can get separation. That was my bad on the previous play, and let's see if we go for 2 here.
28 yards to Caden Leggett as second. Snap over, Cooper Bell in an awkward formation. He's got it. He's going to come in and dive in for the...
Got it.
Boy, that was Caden Leggett. Leggett in for the 2-point conversion, doing it all tonight. Georgetown giving Cooper Bell, that offensive line, giving him some room, allowing that 28-yard touchdown pass in the corner there to Caden Leggett moments ago.
And that makes up for the missed extra point, Rob. And as I was saying, I think Caden went to Cooper Bell and said, I can get separation. Let's try it again. And they went back to work on the other side of the field, and just a perfectly thrown ball. Man, I am so impressed this season so far with Cooper Bell. His ability, we saw it in the summer on the videos, his ability to put the ball in a small window and just pinpoint passes with no chance for the defender to knock it away. It's just a perfect pass.
Georgetown 14, the Hayes Rebels 3, 9:38 to go in the first half of play. Thanks for joining us. Rob Hipp alongside Matt Leschman. Georgetown Eagle football here on SHN Sports. Matt, I was jumping on that touchdown,
Yeah,
man. I think I pulled my ankle, man.
Yeah. I hope not. Braywith and Scott, Rob, are deep for Hayes, and Northcutt on that kickoff for Georgetown. We'll see if he tries to pop it short. I saw you get excited. I just hoping you didn't injure yourself.
Yeah, we got to watch here. These speakers are popping tonight. Georgetown kicking off from left to right. As Davis Northcutt puts up his hand, the right toe to leather. This kick is going to sell and drop around the 10-yard line. Takes it at the 13. It's actually going to be Nathan Tate. Flags fly in the backfield for Georgetown, though. Maybe a hold back there.
Yep.
He'll get it up to the 33-yard line. We'll see if this one's coming back, though, Matt.
I believe it will. Text coming in. Rick Epstein. He knows the call.
Tula get to quit, baby. We coined that up here. I feel privileged, man. I coined Big Bo and Tula get to quit.
As well as the buzz man. Everybody's on the train with Tula get to quit. Wow, Caden. Rob, I think he's bound and determined to be playing Division I football next year because he is showing out so far in this season, man. He looks unstoppable. We saw him last year as a junior. He was awesome, but he looks like he's worked to even get faster and better in his senior year.
Of course, Brandon Hawkins, a Boise State commit, D1. Bo Corrales tearing it up at UNC. On first down and 10, from right to left, handoff, and again, back dropping, slipping down there is Tylen Mayberry. He will pick up a few on the play. It'll be second down and long for the Hayes Rebels.
Rob, let's update the other SHN game. In the second quarter, 10:26 to go. Pflugerville 6, Leander 3.
Leander looking for a win. They had a little rough go of it in that first week. Still, though, actually they were shut out. Were they shut out? No, they weren't.
No. They lost to Ellison.
Timeout on the field. This one by Hayes, I believe. We'll take a quick break as well. Don't go anywhere, folks. Georgetown Eagle football on the SHN Sports Broadcast Network will continue after this.
This is Chuck Creasy.
This is Matt Leschman. This is Steven Stein.
This is Abby Hake.
This is Carl Schoening.
And this is Rob Hipp, and we are SHN Sports, your source for live high school football action in Central Texas. Please join us on Thursday and Friday nights for live coverage before, during, and after the games. That's SHNSports.com. Your team, your broadcast.
20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown, Dakota Caden.
Back in action here on second down and 5. The Rebels hand off to their man. I believe it was number 21, Sam Scott. And Scott is going to be close to that first down. He may have went out, Matt, right before the 25.
Now they'll give it to him this time. It's the first time they've actually avoided that 3rd and short. And also, Rob, a much better job by the Georgetown offensive line allowing that fourth down score to happen.
This time the handoff to the back, trying to get his way up to the 30-yard line. Georgetown will stop him around the 29 or 30. On the carry for the Rebels was Mayberry. Calling his name quite a bit so far tonight, Matt.
Yeah, we know Mayberry. And I don't think we've seen Powell. Cade Powell, 23, who is one of their main weapons, maybe dealing with an injury, Rob.
Second down and a long 5 for the Rebels. Quarterback Martinez in shotgun on that far hash mark. Punt fakes, now takes off and runs. Finds several holes as he plunges forward for another Hayes Rebel first down, this time on their own 42-yard line. First down, Rebels.
Great fake there. Thought he was going to throw a quick screen, and Martinez, I'm pretty impressed, Robin. You know, you think of Hayes being such a great running team, but he's shown the ability to be a good field general for them in the first half.
Man in motion is Shoemaker. Instead, Martinez going to roll to the inside, plowed down, somehow able to get it around. Georgetown, though, Trace Glanville with the tackle at midfield, but not before another Hayes Rebel first down. And boy, out there was that Hawkins plunging through Martinez, and he was still able to get rid of it.
And just like I said, right there, Rob, under pressure, Brandon Hawkins bearing down, a perfectly thrown pass by Martinez. He finds Sam Scott for another first.
7:47, bowing and ticking. Second quarter, Georgetown leads 14-3. Martinez the handoff. Over to Shoemaker this time. Shoemaker on the outside, flags fly, and it may be a face mask penalty. Matt saw it up here. We'll see what the call is.
Yep.
He was brought down at the Eagle 44.
I believe you mark off some more yardage, and they'll call it, is it the personal foul variety or the 5-yarder? Personal foul, yeah.
On that penalty, wanted to take a quick moment and thank our sponsors as well. Joe K. from Georgetown Interstate Automotive and Transmission Repair. Make sure to check them out over by Mel's Lone Star Lanes on Austin Avenue, as well as Mill Direct Carpet. Mr. Jim Locke, for all your flooring needs, head over to Republic Square. That's by the Pizza Hut. Mill Direct Carpet, thank you for your sponsorship this season. First down and 10 inside that SHN red zone, now on the 29. The handoff to Mayberry, and Mayberry's going to be stopped for maybe a gain of 2 on the play. Matt, it'll be second down and 8.
Yeah, nice penetration there by the Georgetown defense, not allowing that a big gain on first down, a better effort there, only 2 yards or so. Mayberry, RFD.
Well, this drive starting out on their own 15. They're down to the Georgetown 27. Pass over. Midfield way overthrown. He was trying to throw to the official down there, and the pass is incomplete. It'll be third down and a long 8.
If he was intending it for the guy tending the camera, Rob, behind the goalpost, he would have had a better chance there. That was way overshot by Martinez. Kind of his worst throw of the night there.
Maybe a little miscommunication there amongst his receivers. Heading off the field now over to the sidelines, Baylor Jordan for the Hayes Rebels. We see down here on the left side, Nathan Tate.
Big play
alongside Martin Shoemaker. 2 up top as well. Martinez passes in the flat over on the far side. Has his back, spinning around across the 20. He'll be just a yard short, Matt. It'll be that 4th down and 1 for the Hayes Rebels, looking for Georgetown defense to step it up.
Good spot by the officials, Rob, because when he dove, he slid past the marker, but sure enough, 4th down and 1. Here we go again.
Tyler Knowles in the game now for the Georgetown Eagles defense as Frankie Durante comes to the sideline.
Well, this is a big play for Hayes, Rob. They can't afford to fall down too far behind, already down by 11. They really need to convert.
14-3 your score. 6:22 to go in the first half. Time ticking. This time a handoff, and he'll have it for the first down. Powers his way forward. It's Mayberry. And Mayberry at the Georgetown 18-yard line. And that'll move the chains. They can still get a first down in there, Matt.
Just going to run behind McSorley, the big all-district offensive lineman, and he just out-physical the Georgetown defensive line that time for 3 yards and a first down, as you mentioned.
Hayes breaking out of the huddle. Martinez on the far hash mark in shotgun. 2 receivers down, 1 up top to the right. Handoff again to Mayberry. This time Hawkins gets him from behind, but he will pick up another 2 yards or so, Matt, to that Georgetown Eagle 14-yard line as they continue to move the ball forward from right to left.
Yeah, it's going to be a steady diet of Thailand Mayberry. Very, very talented running back for Hayes. We know they have a stable of them, but he's been the main man in the first half for the Rebs.
Gentry, Brawith, and company, 2 down, 1 receiver up top, and the Rebels will call a timeout. We'll take a timeout as well. Don't go anywhere, folks. Georgetown Eagle football on the SHNSports.com broadcast network will continue after this.
Hey guys, it's Fran Hawkins, linebacker for the Georgetown Eagles.
I'm Caden, Leggett, wide receiver. I'm Cooper Bell, quarterback.
I'm Eric Anderson, running back.
I'm Kyler Brunowski, middle linebacker.
I'm Tyler Zaro, offensive guard.
I'm Trace Glanville, the defensive back.
I'm Tyler Solomon, defensive end for the Georgetown Eagles, and you're listening to SHN Sports.
Back in action here, 5:32 to go in the first half of play. Hayes driving, Georgetown leading 14-3. Rob Hipp alongside Matt Leishman. Martinez, the quarterback for the Rebels. On the option, a little end-around sweep. Pitches back to his man. Georgetown not going to be tricked, though. Great ankle tackle out there by Georgetown, by Gage Leggett, and then it was Brandon Hawkins and company cleaning it up. And that could have been big yardage, but the Georgetown defense coming up huge.
Yeah, loss and a great play by Leggett. He dove a little early, but he caused the runner to trip, and Hawkins able to clean it up, Rob. So now 3rd and long again, 3rd and 10, and Rob Leander puts a touchdown on the board. Lions 10, Pflugerville 6. 2 minutes before halftime at Leander.
Great job by those Lions down there in Leander. Here on 3rd down and long, Martinez diving defenders. The pocket breaks down and he'll be tackled. Thought he could get more on the play coming up for Georgetown. It looks like it was Jonathan Neitch and company.
Yeah, he broke contain, Rob, and good pressure by the Georgetown defensive line. Neitch there to allow just a 2-yard gain. So they will call on Ballinger once again, this time 31-yard attempt. Let's call
it. They move it back a little bit more. 33.
You're right.
33 by Ballinger on that far hash mark. The holder, of course, Martinez, the quarterback. Is that right? No, it's Conley. Kick is up on its way, and it is good. 33-yard field goal puts 3 more on the board. Georgetown leading by 8, 14-6. We'll take a quick break. Don't go anywhere. Georgetown Eagle football will continue after this.
Champion Site Prep is a proud sponsor of Eagle football and wishes the team and staff the best in tonight's game. Big enough to undertake the largest projects, yet small enough to maintain the values that have made us successful. Loyalty, quality, teamwork. We perform earthwork and site development on a wide range of projects throughout Texas, specializing in site development, schools, commercial retail, office buildings, hospitals, and subdivisions. That's Champion Site Prep Incorporated. We'll move the earth for you. Visit us online at idigdirt.com.
This is Brad Tillery.
This is Chuck Crixon.
This is Matt Leishman. This is Steven Stein.
This is Abby Hake.
This is Carl Schoening.
And this is Rob Hipp, and we are SHN Sports, your source for live high school football action in Central Texas. Please join us on Thursday and Friday nights for live coverage before, during, and after the games. That's SHNSports.com. Your team, your broadcast.
2015, 10-5, touchdown, Dakota Cahill.
Back in action here as Hayes kicks it off. It's Banuelos, and it will be Caden Leggett back at the 20, and he will bring it up to the 25-yard line before being rebelled by those Rebels, Matt.
Yeah, Caden decided to take it right up the middle that time, and good coverage by Hayes as Banuelos. Nice kickoff there, and they went ahead and kicked it to Caden, which a lot of teams won't do, but nice coverage.
4 minutes to go here in the first half of play. Georgetown at home, as the Friday night lights aren't here tonight. It's Thursday night under clear skies at beautiful Birkelbach Field here in Georgetown, Texas. Rob Hipp alongside Matt Leishman, along with Nathan Height. Thanks for spending your Thursday evening with us. A little week 2 action of high school football. Cooper Bell, 2 behind him. Man in motion for the Eagles is Moreno. He's going to pass over to Moreno and that flat outside across the 25 to the 30. And Moreno tiptoes his way forward for another couple of yards. It'll be second down and manageable. Boy, it looked like he was going to be down early, and they gave him a bad spot,
They did. They spotted him a yard short of maybe 2.
Yeah, I thought he got to the 32. They marked him at the 30. Wow.
Maybe he stepped out. I thought he had 6.
Gets the official Matt Leishman. Trips this time, movement, and flags fly. That'll move Georgetown back 5.
Well, let's check it. Yeah, they will get Georgetown, but Hayes jumped into the zone. You saw it. But then Georgetown responded by flinching, and that'll negate that first down gain. And, Rob, I was going to say you can trade touchdowns for field goals like they've done so far, but Georgetown needs to keep their cool here.
Cooper Bell, same formation, trips down 2 up top. Man in motion from top to bottom for Georgetown is Cahill. Cahill looking for the ball, no room. Now Cooper Bell just going to have to throw this one up and away. He was trying to get it into the hands of Caden Leggett, and Leggett couldn't haul it in. Still great eye on the ball there. I thought Cooper was throwing that away, but he was trying to get it over to Caden Leggett.
Well, do we have a flag?
Now, Georgetown was wanting something. Caden Leggett thought he got held out there. Leggett and company down on there. Zach Wolf right next to him. Trips down. It's Cahill, Leggett, and Wolf. One lone. All up top. I believe that's Noah Drum. Leggett looking in Drum, and Leggett still on his, I beg your pardon, Cooper Bell. He was still on his feet and finally drugged down. Boy, all the way down near the 5. They're going to mark him down at the 8-yard line. I thought he was able to break away from it, but then lost his footing, Matt. And it's going to be 4th down, and San Antonio, he's going to have to punt this one away.
Well, and thing was he got pushed back even further after the initial contact. And, Rob, you have to say Hayes' defensive line is really causing some havoc and a lot of problems for Georgetown. 3 sacks here in the first half of play, and that was a huge, about 15-yard loss.
Well, Tate set back to receive, and company right at the Georgetown 40 in his own end zone. The punt on its way.
Yeah, not good.
Not a good punt. It's going to be at the 35. Tate with the ball on the outside, trying to dodge defenders, now slinging his way at the 22. And this will be excellent field position at the Georgetown Eagle 21 is where the Hayes Rebels will have the ball with 2:55 to go in the first half. Georgetown leading 14-6, a chance for the Rebels to come down and score. And if they can get a 2-point conversion, they could tie this one up, Matt.
They could, Rob, and the combination of subpar protection there, another sack allowed, and not a great punt off the foot of Cooper Bell, allowing Tate to take the ball for a nice return. And
there was laundry on the field. I'm not sure they just picked up the flag. There was laundry momentarily. They picked it up.
But was it yellow?
It was yellow, and it's face mask, wow, against Georgetown. And so instead of it being on the Georgetown Eagle 21, it's going to be even better field position now for the Hayes Rebels as they'll move that ball all the way to the Georgetown Eagle 11.
About half the distance penalty, and boy, you're putting your defense in a real bind right here.
Martinez, delayed handoff to his back. The Eagle defense coming up big for Georgetown. It was the number 3-7 bringing him down for the Eagles, Kyle Urbanowski. Slinging around Dolan Roberts out there.
Yeah, Urbo, great pursuit, and the form tackle by Kyle. No gain, just what Georgetown needed right there because this game's on the verge of getting tighter.
No receiver down, 2 up top. Man in motion for Hayes is Mayberry. Mayberry setting up to block. Great pocket protection for Martinez. Martinez going to have room, and he'll be stopped just shy of that first down marker. Give him 8 yards on second down. It'll be 3rd down and short, Matt.
Really good blocking by Hayes, Rob, as Martinez broke contain on the right side. The last defender for the Eagles fell to the ground, and that allowed Martinez to get 8 yards. 3rd and 2 coming up, and a big play in the ball game. Like I said, if Hayes goes in here, they have all the momentum towards halftime.
Well, the motto this year, blue collar. The motto also, hay hauler. Looking for those blue collar hay haulers right now on 3rd down and a short 2. They can still get a first. Martinez, not going to let it happen. He'll go in for the touchdown. Give him 6.
3-yard TD.
3-yard touchdown run on the keeper there by Martinez. And look for Hayes to go for two here. We'll see if they do it to tie this up. 14-12 your score. 1:38 to go in the first half of play, Matt.
I will say Hayes, as I had heard in the offseason, a much, much better ball club this year, showing it so far. Their quarterback has a lot of poise, Rob. He showed it right there. Xavier Martinez, an excellent job. And Georgetown needs some defense here. We're going to have a tie game.
Yeah, they're going for two here. In motion is Mayberry. Martinez stepping back, scanning the field. Punt fake, pulls up, and a man wide open, and he'll have the two. Boy, all alone, nobody back there guarding him. It was Sam Scott. And, folks, we've got a tie ball game at 14 apiece with 1:38 to go in this first half. We'll take a quick break. Don't go anywhere. Exciting Georgetown Eagle football will continue after this. Royce Electric is a proud sponsor of Eagle football and would like to wish Cameron and Kaylee Biondo a great year. Granddad and Nana love you. That's Royce Electric for all your commercial and residential electrical contract work. That's Royce Electric Incorporated. Go Eagles! Well, back in action here at Birkelbach Field, home of the Georgetown Eagles on their home opener, the visiting Hayes Rebels. With the momentum right now, Georgetown led 14-6, but Hayes coming down to score that 3-yard touchdown run by Xavier Martinez. And we've got a tie ball game at 14 apiece with 1:38 to go here in the first half of play. Georgetown, this will be their 5th possession of the evening. 2 set back to receive. The kick is up on its way, and it will take a bounce. Caden Leggett's going to get on it at the 10-yard line. To Leggett at the 15, coming to the inside, and he's going to be ankle tackled. Great job right there by Hayes Rebels. It was Isaiah Jacobs on the ankles of Caden Leggett.
Started badly when R.J. Moreno kind of misfielded the ball, and Caden picked it up, and just an outstanding job by Jacobs and Rob. The momentum has turned in this ball game. The 4th down touchdown to Caden Leggett seemed to have it all in Georgetown's favor, but wow, Hayes really has turned the tables here in the last 15 minutes or so.
Tie ball game, 1:31 to go in the first half. Still plenty of time here in this moments of the second quarter. Pass over there, kind of a lazy toss right there by Cooper Bell in the direction of Caden Leggett, and it'll be incomplete. 2nd down and 10. Isaiah Jacobs on the coverage.
Yeah, second great play in a row by Jacobson. Going to need some other receivers to step up, Rob. They're blanketing Caden Leggett with good reason.
Bell gave Jacobs all day to get over to him.
Yeah.
In shotgun, trips up top. Bell rolling to that outside. Blocking up front, passing way too low.
Nearly picked.
Oh, yeah, almost picked there, and it was intended for Noah Drum out there near the 20. Nathan Tovar on the coverage.
Yeah, Tovar. Rob, he's disappointed with himself, and they're trying to roll out Cooper Bell to avoid the pressure that's been all over Georgetown, but they're about to have to give the ball right back.
In the wing now, the Georgetown Eagles. Yeah, 3rd down and 10 for the Eagles on their own 13. They got a lot of work to do here. Handoff over to Moreno. Moreno's got all day. Moreno has got the first down to the 30. Great play calling right there by the Georgetown coaching staff. And Georgetown on 3rd down and 10. Moreno will take it down to the 30. First down, Georgetown.
Great call by offensive coordinator Ricky Beatty. The misdirection. Nobody in the middle, and R.J. Moreno able to pick up big yardage.
Clock ticking, 1:10. Georgetown avoiding a punting situation after that big run by Moreno. Had all day to run. Cooper Bell in shotgun. Moreno behind him, offset to his left. 2 receivers up top high. The handoff to Moreno again. Finding a gap, but runs right behind his line, and he'll be stopped for a gain of 1.
Yeah, and only 1 timeout left, Rob. We'll see if Georgetown really interested, and doesn't look like they're really kind of in a pseudo hurry here. Try to get into scoring range, but taking their time.
Bell, shotgun, 2 receivers up, Leggett down, looking in the direction of Leggett, throws it up, boy, almost picked it off again, right into the hands instead of Caden Leggett. It was Blaze Thomas, and boy, he almost blazed that ball right into his hands.
That's going to be the all-name team right there. What a great name. But Cooper telegraphed that pass, Rob. That could have easily been intercepted, but once again, only 34 seconds. I'd say here maybe a draw.
Bell, shotgun, 3rd down and 9. Can the Eagles do it again on 3rd and long? Bell shaking defenders, passing Leggett, not able to hold on to it. Incomplete at the 40. Georgetown's going to have to punt with 29 seconds to go, and that'll give Hayes an opportunity, Matt, as the Rebels have one timeout as well.
Yeah, Tate comes onto the field, and with Sam Scott, Rob, you need a good punt right here. There's not a lot of time, but you can't shank one and give Hayes a scoring chance.
Tate, as Matt just said, on that near side hash mark. And Sam Scott on the far hash mark. Set back to punt this one for the Eagles.
Bell.
Cooper Bell. Punt is up, and it is on its way. Should be fielded around the 45. Not even going to fair catch. Still rolls. Brought down almost immediately. On Georgetown, it was Noah Drum bringing down Nathan Tate. 21 seconds to go. We'll keep things right here. Tie ball game, 14 apiece. The Rebels have got 21 seconds and 1 timeout to work with. In their own territory, Matt, that ball is going to be at the 47-yard line.
Halftime over at Leander. And the Lions lead the Panthers of Pflugerville 10-6. Low-scoring affair there, Rob. And right here, you can't give anything up over the top. We know Martinez has a pretty good arm.
Well, Nate McMillan back there. There's 3 back for Georgetown covering. So they're going to dump this one off early to Dolan Roberts. Roberts going to bring it up to the 38-yard line. 13 seconds to go, and Hayes is going to call. Actually, there's Laundry back there, Matt, at the 40-yard line.
Maybe holding, and if that's the case, it should be the end of the half because Hayes will be backed up. They don't want to take any chances, but we'll see.
If that's the case.
Oh, no.
Nope.
Now that hurts.
Face mask on Georgetown.
No, roughing the passer.
No, roughing the passer, they call. 33, Frankie Durante back onto the field for the Georgetown Eagles. He will replace the 9-0 Tyler Knowles. We've seen that switching out quite a bit. And, Matt, you're about to talk about it. I was about to mention it. Not good position here for the Eagles. 11 seconds to go, and Hayes with an opportunity now deep in Eagle territory.
It's a bad penalty, Rob. You can't do that in this situation. 11 seconds, and you've moved them to the 30. Now they'll give them even a few more seconds.
Yeah, they put 3 more on the clock. It'll be 14 seconds. So, Matt, 14 for the Eagles, 14 on the clock, 14 for the Rebels.
And 1 timeout because the clock stops on a penalty. But you have just catered to Hayes' offense right here. Georgetown will be lucky not to be behind at halftime, Rob.
Jonathan Knight set back there as the back. Georgetown again 4 back this time. Caden Leggett back there as well. The handoff to their running back, Mayberry. And
that's surprising.
They run it.
Have to burn the last time out.
10 seconds. The ball resting on the Georgetown Eagle 28-yard line. Well, folks, at halftime, we'll talk about this first half, break things down, look ahead to next week. We'll also talk about the 19-5A at a glance under the lights and see what's going on. Rick, that was for you out there if you're listening, brother. Hey, also wanted to invite friends over to 104.9 FM on Wednesday evenings. I believe at 7 o'clock is the time, 7 o'clock on Wednesday evening for IHS Fan Under the Lights, as Rick Epstein and company talks about, and Rick Epstein and Jeff Power talk about high school football in the Austin area. Also on SHN Sports, we have our own podcast called SHN High School Gridiron, and you can check that out on Mondays or Tuesdays of each week. We put that on our website as well. Follow us on SHN Sports on Twitter for information.
And don't forget about the Eagle Nation Coaches Show.
Absolutely.
Burger U, 6:30 on Wednesday nights. We had a Tuesday this week because of the Thursday game. Here we go.
10 seconds. Martinez and the Rebels, wing formation. Has a back offset to his right. Looking to pass. Quickly over. Caught out of bounds. Ooh, dropped it. Boy, almost a nice catch right there with 5 seconds to go out of bounds.
Yeah, the thought there, Rob, get into field goal range. 3rd down coming up.
3rd down and 8. He almost had that. Just beautiful getting his feet inside, but could not hold on to the ball as he fell out of bounds, Matt. 3rd down and 8. 5 seconds to go for the Rebels on the Georgetown Eagle 28.
If he would have caught it, Rob, they'd be going for the field goal right here. That's kind of a big drop there. Was that Brawith there?
I think on that far side.
Now you got to guard the end zone. You just can't give up a scoring play right here.
On Georgetown in that 3-4-4. Pass over into the hands. Still dancing around. That'll do it at halftime. Nathan Tate with the carry, but the Georgetown defense holding. We got a tie ball game, 14 apiece, 28-minute halftime coming up, but don't go anywhere. We'll talk first. We've got scores from around the rest of the games on Thursday night and more. Don't go anywhere, folks. This is Georgetown Eagle football here on SHN Sports. We'll be right back in a few moments.
Hey guys, it's Fran Hawkins, linebacker for the Georgetown Eagles.
I'm Caden Leggett, wide receiver. I'm Cooper Bell, quarterback.
I'm Eric Anderson, running back.
I'm Kyler Branoski, middle linebacker.
I'm Tyler Zaro, offensive guard.
I'm Trace Glanville, the defensive back.
I'm Tyler Solomon, defensive end for the Georgetown Eagles, and you're listening to SHN Sports.
This is Brad Tillery.
This is Chuck Cricks.
This is Matt Leishman. This is Steven Stun.
This is Abby Hake.
This is Carl Schoening.
And this is Rob Hipp, and we are SHN Sports, your source for live high school football action in Central Texas. Please join us on Thursday and Friday nights for live coverage before, during, and after the games. That's SHNSports.com. Your team, your broadcast.
2015, 10-5, touchdown, Dakota Cahill.
Royce Electric is a proud sponsor of Eagle football and would like to wish Cameron and Kaylee Biondo a great year. Granddad and Nana love you. That's Royce Electric for all your commercial and residential electrical contract work. That's Royce Electric Incorporated. Go Eagles! Champion Site Prep is a proud sponsor of Eagle football and wishes the team and staff the best in tonight's game. Big enough to undertake the largest projects, yet small enough to maintain the values that have made us successful. Loyalty, quality, teamwork. We perform earthwork and site development on a wide range of projects throughout Texas, specializing in site development, schools, commercial retail, office buildings, hospitals, and subdivisions. That's Champion Site Prep Incorporated. We'll move the earth for you. Visit us online at idigdirt.com. Go Eagles!
We expect a lot from the teams we give our loyalty to. We expect them to play through the pain, leave it on the field, and give 110%, even though that's impossible. Yet when it comes to the banks we give our money to, we expect less than we do of the backup punter. At Frost, we want to change the way you think about banks entirely by never stopping when it comes to giving you our very best. And if you need to armchair quarterback us sometime, go for it. It'll only make us better. See what you can expect at frostbank.com/expect more.
The game of football parallels the game of life. Few sports require more heart, determination, and persistence. Like in life, when you're knocked down, you have to be able to get back up and try harder the next time. Unfortunately, some players have not been able to get back up due to catastrophic injury they sustained playing a game they love. Now there is help. The Gridiron Hero Spinal Cord Injury Organization was started to provide help for these brave young men. Gridiron Heroes now needs you to lend a hand to help these young men be successful in the game of life. To learn more, contact Gridiron Heroes at 210-566-6108 or visit gridironheroes.org.
Welcome to halftime here. We're all tied up 14 apiece. Week number 2, Georgetown Eagle football, non-district play, but Georgetown still working on this one. Again, Hayes with all the momentum going into that locker room. Really, Georgetown started off things where they needed to be. That first possession by the Hayes Rebels on their own 21-yard line, resulting in a punt. We thought we'd see more of that Georgetown defense. And then it was Georgetown on their first possession, starting on their own 29, a 71-yard touchdown pass to none other than Tula Get to Quit. That was 9:04 to go in the first. At that point, Georgetown leading 6-0. The 2-point conversion, no good. Next possession by Hayes, no good on the field goal. Georgetown fumbled as Cooper Bell got hit from behind. And then in that third possession for Hayes, they cap it off a 23-yard field goal and 36 seconds to go in the first. The score was 6-3, Georgetown leading. Moving on to the second quarter, the third possession for the Georgetown Eagles on their own 37, capped off by a 28-yard touchdown pass once again to Caden Leggett. That one coming at 9:38 to go. And then it was Leggett again on the 2-point conversion. Georgetown leading 14-6. On that fourth possession by Hayes, they were able to kick in another field goal. This one a 33-yard field goal with 4:07 to go in the first half. Georgetown leading 14-6 at that point. And we continue to move on, Matt, as there was a 3-yard touchdown run by Martinez on the fifth possession by the Hayes Rebels, starting out an excellent field position on the Eagle 21 with 1:38 to go. Hayes knocking at the door Georgetown leading 14-12. The two-point conversion was good as their receiver was left all alone. Georgetown had to punt on their next possession, and then time expired on Hayes. As they were driving, they got down there close, and that's where we end up, 14 apiece, Matt, here at Georgetown High School.
Yeah, Rob, Georgetown just getting a challenge tonight from Hayes. Hayes, a much improved club from last year, and definitely 2 years ago when Georgetown just blew them away here. It wasn't even a game at halftime, but like you said, I think Georgetown, to be honest, kind of lucky not to be trailing after giving up that right there at the end, a penalty and cost Hayes. But, you know, if the receiver had held onto that ball, probably another successful field goal, Georgetown could be losing. But 14-14, no separation, one turnover in the first half when the Georgetown offensive line gave up the sack on Cooper Bell. And I'm sure at halftime the Georgetown coaches are talking about what they can do to slow down that Hayes pass rush, because that was a problem.
Well, absolutely. Well, Matt, a lot going on around. Not too much going on, but there's still some games going on around on Thursday night. I'll let you go over those scores, and then I'll send it over to you for the 19-5A at a glance.
All right, first of all, scoreboard. Not too many games around the Central Texas area tonight, but a few. The game here tied at halftime, obviously 14-all. The two other SHN sports games are at halftime, Leander 10, Pflugerville 6, and a game that Brad Tillery is also calling on the network tonight. Tough night at Nelson so far for Reagan. The Raiders trail Canyon Lake 21-0 in the second quarter. Canyon Lake with a 3-score lead there. Other scores, McNeil leading Harker Heights 28-14 at halftime. Fredericksburg is leading Travis 21-0. That's midway through the second quarter. Crockett over Gonzales 14-8 also in the second quarter. Some games from a little further away, San Antonio O'Connor leading Churchill 17-7, as well as Sam Houston High School leading Somerset. That game is tied 14-all at halftime. Those are the only games going on within about a 100-mile radius of Georgetown tonight, with it being Thursday. So we'll take our time here to look at District 19-5A after the first week of play. At a glance, it was an interesting opening week of the 2017 season for the teams making up 19-5A, as the squad struggled to a combined 3-6 combined overall record. The headliner was that surprising upset of state number 5 Cedar Park over at Gupton Stadium. T-Wolves don't lose often, but Waco Midway led most of the game, then scored late to secure the 35-28 win over Cedar Park. The loss was head coach Carl Absek's second ever loss at Cedar Park against 28 wins, including a state championship in 2015. In other action, you heard Georgetown easily handle Fort Worth Brewer 36-20 in Waco, while Conley held off Lockhart 25-23 after kicking a late field goal. In other action, Hutto ripped Bryan 54-14 on the road, and we will see the Hippos next week. Hutto, a very, very solid ball club, and that's going to be a huge game here next week. Other results saw Maynard blow out Rouse, 42-13. Hayes bested Eastview, as we mentioned, 48-36, and Elgin fell at home 27-21 to Harker Heights. Both Bastrop schools had their games postponed until Saturday. Cedar Creek lost to Marble Falls 28-14, while the Bears of Bastrop were smoked by Dripping Springs 55-21 at the new Tiger Stadium up in Drip. So your standings look like this. Obviously, district play gets going next week, so everybody 0-0 in district will be one of the first districts, Rob, to get going with the 9-team district. Most teams next week will still be in non-district play, but 19-5A gets it going. Georgetown, Hutto, and Conley all 1-0 overall heading into tonight. Cedar Park, Rouse, Eastview, Elgin, Bastrop, and Cedar Creek all 0-1. Excuse me. And all those teams in action tomorrow night. Let's see here. And most teams, as I mentioned, most teams in Central Texas continue their non-district schedules next week. The 9-team District 19-5A slate gets going in full force Let's talk about tomorrow night's game. First, non-district, Conley will host Del Valle. Cedar Creek will travel over to face 4A Smithville. El Campo and Angleton, that's my alma mater. Cedar Park heads over for a big game at Monroe Stadium against Vandegrift. You'll have Eastview here at Birkelbach hosting 7:30 Waco University. Brian Rudder heads over to Hutto. Going to be tough for the Rangers tomorrow. Gerald on SHN Sports will host Florence tomorrow night right here on the network. At Bible Stadium, Rouse will face Westwood. Should be a good ball game. Manor heads over to face Bastrop at Memorial Stadium, and then a really tough game for Elgin tomorrow night. They'll head over to Cub Stadium to play Brenham, so very tough for them. All games next Friday, 8 days from now, 7:30. Georgetown hosting Hutto in a monumental game, while Elgin heads to Cedar Creek. Bastrop will hit the road for Cedar Park, and Eastview will head over to Rouse. Conley has the bye week in the First District week. That's a quick look at 19-5A, Rob. I'll send it back over to you.
Matt, as always, thanks for that at-a-glance outlook and what we can expect things coming up. Well, in this one, all tied up 14 apiece. The Hayes Rebel Marching Band on the field first. Georgetown will follow. Again, we want to send a special shout-out as well to this season's Georgetown Eagle presenting sponsor, Miss Jamie Brooks Fisher from Keller Williams Realty. When you're looking for a new home, need to sell your current home, or want to invest in real estate, why not seek help in your friend you can trust? When you choose Jamie Fisher, she can answer all questions related to housing market, securing a mortgage, and providing valuable information that is important to your family. Jamie's house hunting kit includes a detailed summary of area schools and nearby amenities in your neighborhood of choice. Jamie knows Texas and can expertly consult you on property values and homeowner secrets. Choose Jamie Fisher, brokered by Keller Williams Realty, as your realtor in the heart of Texas by calling her at 512-797-3583. Again, that's 512-797-3583. You can also visit her online at jamiefisher.kw.com. She's ready to start looking for your new home, because your home is where her heart is. We'll take a quick break. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll let you enjoy the sounds and the video of the marching bands. This is Georgetown Eagle football on SHN Sports.
ladies and gentlemen, for the thousands in attendance, the Georgetown Independent School District is proud to present the Georgetown High School Eagle Marching Band, Color Guard, and Georgettes for 2017. Now, let's get ready for the Eagle halftime. It is with the greatest of pleasure that I introduce to you the award-winning sweethearts of Georgetown, the Georgettes. Lieutenant Daniel Rumsey, First Lieutenant Anna Harriet, and in the center for 2017-2018 Georgette Captain Beth Fisher. Social of the Week is Macy Harrington. Social Butterfly of the Week is Haley Marbeebe. Officer's Choice this week is Sydney Joe. And the Georgette of the Week is Jahari Carter. And now, watch the Georgettes as they perform a screamer jazz routine to the hit George Michael song, Wake Me Up Before You Go Go. back and enjoy the Georgetown Eagle Band perform NSYNC's mega hit, Bye Bye Bye. The color guard captain is Adriana Luna, senior lieutenant Nina Pope, junior lieutenant Megan Baker, senior sergeants are Perry Yoder and Michelle Medina, junior sergeant is Marina Mena, social officers are McKenna Gonzalez, Dakota Matlock, and Shelby Procalamos. Color guard member of the week is Angelica Valencia. Officer's choice is McKenna Gonzalez. The Eagle Band section of the week is the clarinets. The brass marcher of the week is Eric Irvin. The woodwind marcher of the week is Emily Moore. And the percussion marcher of the week is Katie Turner. Finally, please give a hearty round of applause for our Eagle Band. Parent of the week, our fabulous booster president, Kathy Baker. Congratulations all. And now, the Georgetown High School Eagle Marching Band and Color Guard will continue their portion of the Eagle halftime by performing in the opening movement of their 2017 competition show. This year's film production is entitled Unexpected. The show features the music of Caleb Scott and Frank Kelly. Please enjoy as the Pride of Georgetown presents the opening movement of their 2017 show entitled Unexpected.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Georgetown Eagle football on SHN Sports. We're just about to get started for the third quarter. We'll take a quick break. Georgetown Eagle football on the SHNsports.com broadcast network will continue after this. Yeah, I know it.
We expect a lot from the teams we give our loyalty to. We expect them to play through the pain, leave it on the field, and give 110%, even though that's impossible. Yet when it comes to the banks we give our money to, we expect less than we do of the backup punter. At Frost, we want to change the way you think about banks entirely by never stopping when it comes to giving you our very best. And if you need to armchair quarterback us sometime, go for it. It'll only make us better. See what you can expect at frostbank.com/expect more.
Hey guys, it's Brand Hawkins, linebacker for the Georgetown Eagles.
I'm Caden Leggett, wide receiver. I'm Cooper Bell, quarterback.
I'm Eric Anderson, running back.
I'm Kyler Bronosky, middle linebacker.
I'm Talon Zaro, offensive guard.
I'm Trace Glanville, the defensive back.
I'm Tyler Solomon, defensive end for the Georgetown Eagles, and you're listening to SHN Sports.
This is Brad Tillery.
This is Chuck Crixon.
This is Matt Leschman. This is Steven Stein.
This is Abby Hake.
This is Carl Schoening.
And this is Rob Hipp, and we are SHN Sports, your source for live high school football action in Central Texas. Please join us on Thursday and Friday nights for live coverage before, during, and after the games. That's SHNsports.com. Your team, your broadcast.
20-15, 10-5, touchdown, Dakota Caden.
Well, welcome back to Georgetown Eagle football live tonight on SHN Sports. I'm Rob Hipp alongside Matt Leschman, Nathan Height, also up here in the broadcast booth with us. Wanted to welcome you back into the ball game. A lot of text messages coming in that first half. Wanted to get over some of those right now. Didn't have a chance to get to them earlier. Message coming in from New Braunfels, watching the broadcast and listening via computer to TV. Nice setup there. Great view and wonderful commentary. Really like the broad spectrum view, better than the close-ups. Nice to see the view from New Braunfels. Thanks for listening in. Also, my girlfriend, Bridget Brennan, saying, go Eagles, watching the broadcast. Good job. Love you, sweetheart. Thank you for watching in tonight. That's our nephew, Too Leggett to Quit. He puts work. So proud of Caden and Gage. Aunt Lindsay, Uncle Landon, and the girls are cheering the Eagles from Abernathy, Texas. Thanks for the coverage. We love listening to the broadcast. Thank you guys. Also, a couple more here. Can you tell the announcer how to say Nitch for me? That must be Miss Nitch up there, and we'll try to get that over. And also the family of Zane Haas, number 55, Granny, saying good game, and she loves you. Thanks to all of our listeners. If you've got a shout-out, 512-522-9105. Again, 522-9105. It's Joe Buenelos set back to kick this one off for the Hayes Rebels.
Banuelos.
I had a little Coca-Cola in my mouth, Matt.
Banuelos.
Banuelos set to kick this one off from the 40. Welcome back in action here.
Trace Glanville? Wow.
Again, your score all tied up. Eagles set to receive this one. We're tied up at 14 apiece.
Rob, the Eagles trying different things in the kickoff return game. Leggett and Trace Glanville back deep this time.
Third quarter action underway here on Georgetown Eagle football, brought to you by Jamie Fisher and Keller Williams Realty. Leggett has it. Leggett across the 20. He'll be brought down at the 20-yard line. And that is where Georgetown will take over here as they kick things off in the third quarter, Matt.
Going to need better protection for Cooper Bell. And Rob, once again for the second straight game, really not much semblance of a running game for the Eagles. We saw just a carry or two from Eric Anderson and the same from R.J. Moreno. Georgetown's going to need better balance in the offense. And just as we say that, Eric Anderson starts the second half. It's going to be up to those five up front and the tight end when he's in there to hold back that Hayes defensive front, because they've been wreaking havoc.
Well, Dylan Cahill and Caden Leggett there on the bottom. Up top, receiver all alone. Cooper Bell immediately over to Caden Leggett, and Leggett is going to be dropped way back for a loss there as he was hit by Dominic Johnson right away, and that'll be a 5-yard loss for Georgetown, not the way they wanted to start first down, Matt.
I think somebody missed a block on that quick screen right there to Caden Leggett, because he just had nowhere to go. Dominic Johnson, basically right up in his grill when he caught the ball.
Second down and 14, called a 4-yard loss. One receiver up, 2 down. Cooper Bell, the handoff to Eric Anderson. Eric stopped again at the 15, and Georgetown cannot get a running game going here in the second ball game either. It'll be third down and long for the Eagles.
Yeah, no matter, Rob, how spectacular your passing game is, you have to have a ground game of some sort to balance that out and keep the defense honest. Right now, Hayes is pinning their ears back.
Up top, it's Noah Drum, Dylan Cahill, 2 down. Leggett and company. Bell stepping back. Bell flicks it over to Anderson. Anderson dropped immediately for another loss, and it will be fourth down just like that, Matt. Not the way the Eagles wanted to come out of the gates here in the third quarter.
Now Robin Hayes has wrestled that momentum that they had late in the second quarter and continued it so far. Cooper Bell's going to punt this from just in front of his end zone, and as you mentioned, just not a good start. No running game, and that puts you behind the 8-ball.
2 back to receive for Hayes at midfield. It's Scott and Tate.
Is that a law firm?
Set to punt the ball. Cooper Bell. High punt, but it's going to go short. It'll drop around the 40, takes an Eagle bounce right into the hands of Nathan Tate, and Tate's going to take off running, and boy, he was clobbered out there on the far side by Caden Leggett. Luckily, no flags were thrown as Leggett. No, that was 43 out there on that hit. Number 43, it's Nate McMillan. McMillan making his name known out there this evening.
Yeah, the PA announcer said it was Caden Leggett, but it was somebody with a 3.
It was 43. He was the one coming up hopping over there.
But regardless, well, and there's an injury.
Yeah, that may have been from that hit over there on that side.
Regardless, Rob, look at the field position. You cannot give a team starting field position more than once inside your 30. You're just asking for trouble, and you're putting your defense in so much of a bind that Georgetown really, offensively, the passing game has started to stall.
Well, the injured player on the field, able to get up there. That's good news for Hayes. But the bad news for Georgetown is Hayes starting out an excellent field position back in Georgetown territory. We've got a tie ball game 14 apiece, and the Rebels here, Matt, are going to carry that momentum over from the end of the second quarter here into the third.
Yeah, I'm impressed, Rob. Hayes, they're gonna make some noise in that tough district when they get to district play in 25-6A. This team's much improved.
On the Eagle 25 to start things, Martinez passes over to the side, incomplete as he was hounded immediately by Georgetown's defense. It was Caden Leggett on the stop. The intended receiver there, Dallin Roberts.
Georgetown coaches want a pass completion and a fumble, Rob. Look.
Yeah, he didn't have it that long.
Hey.
He did not have the ball that long. He hit it. He didn't even turn upfield. And, you know, the call is you've got to at least take the ball and turn upfield. He never turned upfield with it.
It was close. It looked like he caught it clean, but then lost it.
Yeah, he caught it, but he never turned upfield with it. And that's why the officials aren't going to give that a fumble. That is an incomplete pass. 2nd down and 10 for the Hayes Rebels. Xavier Martinez, the quarterback in shotgun, has a back offset, man in motion from top to bottom. The handoff is to that man in motion, but they're going to stop the play. False start on the play. That'll set the Rebels back 5. It's the 3rd time we've seen that tonight from the Rebels, Matt.
Yeah, that was sort of an end around there going to Dallin Roberts. Got Mayberry and Roberts, the 2 main running backs tonight for Hayes, both very similarly built and very speedy, and that helps Georgetown right there, that little 5-yard penalty, now 2nd and 15. But Rob, holding them to no points or 3 points would kind of be a victory, as Georgetown's offense sputtering right now.
In motion, handoff to that man in motion and trying to come around to the near side. Still dancing, dodging defenders. Great blocking by that Rebels line. He loses the ball. Georgetown may have fallen on it. Waiting to get the official call here, as Georgetown still fighting for the ball. Down at the bottom of that pile is number 21, Sam Scott, for the Rebels. Georgetown hoping they have it. Some of the coaching staff pointing in that direction. Waiting to see. Coming up out of the pile, number 35 for the Eagles, of course, Tyler Solomon. And no indication yet here. Hayes may have fallen back on it. It is number 57 for the Rebels. That was Philip McSorley. And, boy, putting a little sorely on the Eagles on that one.
Yeah, Trace Glanville was trying to grab at the ball. I was looking through the binoculars, Robin. Boy, not only do you not get the fumble, but they ended up getting 7-yard positive gain there, so 3rd and 8. But just the brakes are starting to go against you. You could have had a big turnover there and had your first turnover of the night to negate the one that Georgetown had earlier, but no such luck.
Hey, got to give a shout to my nieces out there listening, Matt. How awesome is that? My niece Brianna, 8 years old, sending me a text saying, "Go Eagles." I'm listening, Uncle Rob. Martinez, midfield, caught him, touchdown. Wow, 23 yards, right a strike, right there into the hands of Gentry Brawith. And just like that, the Rebels take a 6-point lead, 20-14. Man.
Yep. Beautiful pass, Martinez to Brawith.
23-yard touchdown pass from Martinez, off his fingertips into the fingertips of Gentry Brawith, the senior.
No one there for Georgetown secondary, Rob, as Brawith came across wide open. Easy pass from Martinez, and Georgetown find themselves in a heap of trouble here.
Trailing 20-14. Point after kick is up. Point after kick is good. And it's a 7-point Hayes Rebel lead, 21-14. Don't go anywhere, folks. Georgetown Eagle football on SHN Sports will continue after this.
Royce Electric is a proud sponsor of Eagle football and would like to wish Cameron and Kaylee Biondo a great year. Granddad and Nana love you. That's Royce Electric for all your commercial and residential electrical contract work. That's Royce Electric Incorporated. Go Eagles!
The game of football parallels the game of life. Few sports require more heart, determination, and persistence. Like in life, when you're knocked down, you have to be able to get back up and try harder the next time. Unfortunately, some players have not been able to get back up due to catastrophic injury they sustained playing a game they love. Now there is help. The Gridiron Hero Spinal Cord Injury Organization was started to provide help for these brave young men. Gridiron Heroes now needs you to lend a hand to help these young men be successful in the game of life. To learn more, contact Gridiron Heroes at 210-566-6108 or visit gridironheroes.org.
Back in action here from Georgetown High School. Rob Hipp alongside Matt Leishman, where the Hayes Rebels just capped off A drive that started out in perfect field position on the Eagle 25 is a 23-yard touchdown pass to Brawith, and the Hayes Rebels lead 21-14. Another text coming in. Now it's my niece Zoe, who's 10 years old. So, man, that's exciting. Hello, Zoe and Brianna. Love you guys. Kick is up and on its way. Drops outside the 10-yard line. It's Caden Leggett trying to Leggett to quit his way inside. Nice run so far across the 30, and Georgetown needed a decent return right there, Matt, and they got it up to the 33-yard line.
That time, Caden decided not to cross the field, just took the direct route and made the right decision, Rob, up to the 33. Over at Leander now, Lions trailing. Pflugerville is now leading 20-10. 5:23 to go in the third quarter. 20-10 Pflugerville. And over at Nelson Field, get an update on that momentarily.
That's Brad Tillery and SHN Sports Director of Broadcasting Carl Schoening on that call.
34-0 Canyon Lake.
9 minutes to go here in the third. Georgetown trailing with the ball. And now a false start. Georgetown, instead of 1st and 10, will be 1st down and 15. The ball will go back to the... Boy, they'll move that one back to the 28 now, Matt.
Self-inflicted wounds, Rob. It's just not going well for Georgetown really in any facet right now. And you're playing right into Hayes' hands, Rob. If you give them the lead, then they can just pound the ball on the ground and kill the clock, something they love to do. Georgetown needs to respond.
Back in action here, Cooper Bell in shotgun, stepping back, looking, passing midfield. It's Caden Leggett. Leggett trying to get back up to the 40. They'll call him at the 39, and boy, Leggett was popped right there at that 39-yard line, somehow able to stay on his feet. It was the big 9-1 and company, Zane Kuykendall. We saw Kuykendall earlier pressuring Cooper Bell quite a bit in this one, Matt.
Yeah, Caden Leggett really didn't want to go down there trying to fight for extra yardage. Wound up getting about, what would you call that?
He got 10 yards on it. It'll be 2nd down and 5. You know what? He got 11, 2nd down and 4. No, it's 2nd down and 5. They got it marked on the. No, it is 2nd down and 4. Beg your pardon.
4.5.
Cooper Bell stepping through the pocket, trying to get rid of it, and he's going to be dropped for a sack, and he fumbles the ball. Cooper Bell loses the ball. Maybe it was down by contact, and I think that's what the call is going to be.
R.J. Moreno recovers the ball for Georgetown, allows them to keep it. But, Rob, it's been the Hayes defensive line. It's just causing havoc. I don't think a lot of blitzing. Hayes has been in the backfield all night. Cooper Bell can't get away. That's the 2nd time he's dropped the ball. And you have no chance if you can't protect the quarterback.
Noah Drum, Dylan Cahill up top for the Eagles. 2 down for Georgetown. Cooper Bell trying to have protection.
Nope.
Line breaking down. Bell trying to fight his way around. Across the 40. Great effort by Bell as he gets near that marker. He's going to be stopped about 2 yards short. And Georgetown here going to line up to punt this one away. Great effort right there by Cooper Bell as that pocket collapsed on him. He was able to work his way out. He was just stopped short, though, 2 yards, Matt. It'll be 4th down and 2, and Georgetown's going to have to punt. Set back to receive. Tylen Mayberry back there around the 30 now, and his teammate up high. Of course, Cooper Bell set to punt this one away here for the Georgetown Eagles. Bell at the 35, or 30. Punt is up, on its way. This one a short one as well. It's going to take another Georgetown Eagle roll. Great roll here as this one continues down to the 15-yard line. Now they'll mark it down at the 15. So Cooper Bell, a short punt, takes an Eagle roll. With 6:50 to go in the third period, Hayes Rebels leading the hometown Georgetown Eagles in their home opener, 21-14. Matt, will keep it right here on Jamie Fisher sponsored Georgetown Eagle football. Of course, Jamie Fisher with Keller Williams Realty. We appreciate your sponsorship this season.
I would expect a more run-heavy offense now with Hayes leading. Rob, the bad news is for Georgetown's offense is, you mentioned it, a pocket crumbling just about every play, and Cooper kind of running for his life at this point in the game.
6:50. Martinez to the outside, trying to dodge around, and Hawkins pulls him down for no gain on the play. Great job by Brandon Hawkins out there tonight on the defense.
And that's what Hayes is doing, Rob. I thought for sure they would run the ball on 1st down. No, they pass again. They're really showing good balance. The balance that Georgetown doesn't have tonight, Hayes has.
Hayes on their own 14-yard line here after that nice roll on the punt. It's second down and a long 10. High snap over to Martinez, and his running back able to power his way down to the 20. He'll pick up 5 yards, does Mayberry. Maybe 6 on second down. It is a gain of 6. It'll be third down and 4. Clock ticking, 6 minutes to go in the third quarter. The Eagles lead 20. The Eagles trail 21-14. Hayes with the ball moving from right to left.
Now they're on schedule, Rob. You can run or pass on third and relatively short.
2 receivers on the near side, 1 Lone Ranger up top, 1 Lone Rebel. Man in motion is Shoemaker. Lines up on that right side. Martinez the pass. Over to his man, has the first down and more. Across the 30-yard line. From left to right, it was Shoemaker.
It was. Rob, we've seen Cooper Bell under pressure. One thing we have to say, have you seen Martinez really under any kind of duress tonight? Not really.
Nope.
Georgetown's defensive line needing to step up.
This time the play over, handing it off, darting ahead for another gain of 4, and just continuing to find those small puncture holes in that defense, Matt. And Hayes chomping up small bits of yardage and then going for the attack on third down. Their first and second down have been pretty conservative, and then they go a little more liberal on third. So we'll see what it is here. Second down and 6 for the Hayes Rebels. Ball on their own 32. The pass over on the inside flat has their man, and it's going to be another first down for the Georgetown Eagles into the hand, or for the Hayes Rebels, into the hands of Gentry Brawith, who had that touchdown to tie things up.
Yeah, the coordinators for Hayes are just calling a great game right now, Rob. Run or pass, Georgetown really doesn't have an answer, but Hayes eating up clock, less than 5 to go in the third quarter.
4:46 to go, first and 10 for the Rebels. Handoff, and again, a 7-yard gain. Call it 8 yards on first down, and that was Tylen Mayberry. He has been the man tonight on that ground game for the Rebels.
Yeah, you give up 8 yards on first down, you're going to be in trouble on defense. And right now, Georgetown really kind of on their heels, Rob.
Ball on that near side hash mark. Martinez hands off to Mayberry again. This time Mayberry charges forward. Even deeper into Eagle territory, they'll mark him down at the 44. The chains move. The clock stops temporarily. 4:13 to go. The Rebels lead 21-14. The ball resting now at the 44-yard line. Again, this drive, Matt, started out for Hayes on their own 14, and they are continuing to press ahead here.
Without much resistance.
Viva la resistance? No way. Martinez on the keeper.
That's better.
And he is going to be stopped. They'll give him forward progress for 2, and it was 32 out there for the Georgetown Eagles. I'm sorry, there's 35 out there. It's Tyler Solomon for the initial hit there. So great job by Tyler as he heads over to the sideline, gets a high five from the coach. Second down and a long 8. Ball on the Eagle, 42. 3:27 to go. Hayes from right to left driving, threatening to score again. Flags fly. Free play. On his way, Martinez diving through, dives down to the 40, and that'll be against Georgetown since they let the play run. Maybe an offsides play, Matt, against the Eagles?
We'll have to see. You could be right. Could be a shift. Yeah, it's against Hayes.
It is against Hayes.
I would decline it. Well, 3rd and 6 or
decline
2nd and 12. Yeah, formation.
Decline. Go 3rd and 6. They're going to take it. So it'll be 2nd and 12 here. That's why Coach Dean's the coach. I'm just a guy that calls it from up here, Matt, as I see it. I wouldn't want his job. He does a great job, man. I couldn't deal with it.
1, 2, 13 to go, Rob. So, yeah, you're playing the field position game here. Knock them back to the 47.
It's a Georgetown GHS Blue Crew. Huge student turnout tonight, as you can see it there on your video screen. You can follow those guys on Twitter at GHS Blue Crew 17. We appreciate the Georgetown student section.
and you know they like to get this rocking. They need their team to do something to get those stands shaking. Like, we can feel it up here when things get going, but credit to Hayes. They've kind of taken the crowd out of it, kind of taken everybody out of it right now, just playing a great game.
Yeah, and here for Thursday Night Football, the stand's not tremendously filled up, to be honest, Matt. Not like a Friday night. We'll see that fill up in district. Here on
Great
2nd
call.
and 13, they pass out in the flat. Georgetown cannot cut around the corner. Hawkins tried to get there, but it's a big gain on that second down into the hands of Tylen Mayberry there on the pass in the flat to the outside. It'll be 3rd down and about 7 for the Hayes Rebels as that ball's on the 41 of the Georgetown Eagles, Matt.
Not bad defense, Rob. When that play developed right off the hands of Martinez, I thought that was going to go for a lot more. Good job by Georgetown to swarm around the ball carrier off the reception. But, boy, do you need a play right here.
Well, declining that penalty doesn't really pay off. It's 3rd down and 6 or 3rd down and 7 anyways. Maybe gained a yard. Rebels in shotgun. Martinez looking to pass. And it's going to be a sack by Georgetown. The 3-5 coming in on the dive. It's Tyler Solomon. Big opportunity there for the Eagles. And Solomon said, I don't think so, man. Let me solo this man. And he laid him out, Matt. For a loss on the play, it'll be a 3-yard loss. 4th down and 10. The defense coming up huge for the Eagles. And they will punt the ball away to the Rebels. Set back to receive is Caden Leggett standing just in front of the 20.
That's going to be Ballinger to punt, Rob.
That'll get some confidence going for the Georgetown Eagle defense.
Seeing different punters tonight, too.
Ballinger standing at the 42. Snap right to him. Punt up and on its way. Leggett going to fair catch it at the 20. They may mark him at the 19. We'll see.
Well, a much better job there, and the big sack there by Tyler Solomon is a huge momentum for Georgetown on defense. Now let's see if they can do something where the offense has been stymied here lately by the Hayes pressure. Cooper Bell just not able to step into the pocket comfortably for the past couple quarters.
Once again, thanks for joining us here. Georgetown Eagle Football, sponsored by Jamie Fisher with Keller Williams Realty. Also supporting this game, Royce Electric there in Harker Heights. Royce Electric, we appreciate your sponsorship tonight. 1st down and 10, Bell punt fakes, dodging defenders. And he's going to tuck and run here, and Bell is going to get positive yardage after he could have been stopped. Boy, I was worried about another fumble if he would have gotten hit. Instead, Matt, he turns what could have been no gain into a gain of 6 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd down and 4.
Yeah, Dylan Cahill, who we haven't seen, I believe, catch a pass tonight, was flashing open, but it was just a little too late, and Cooper made what he could out of that and got 6.
2:08 to go in the 3rd quarter. Georgetown trailing. Hayes leading 21-14. High snap, Bell in his own territory being chased. Throws this one over outside, and Caden Leggett has to throw it away. It'll be 3rd down and a short 4.
There's that man, Kirkendall, once again. Just Cooper Bell's kind of his worst nightmare tonight is 91 for Hayes, just chasing him all over the place.
We've called his name quite a bit tonight. Georgetown here, 3rd down and 4. Huge 3rd down for the Eagles. They've got to convert here. They need the momentum. In motion for the Eagles is Cahill. Flags flies. It's going to be a false start. Yes, it is. Unbelievable. 3rd down and 4 for the Eagles, going to turn down into a 3rd down and 9.
Yeah, another self-inflicted mistake, Rob, and just not going well right now. And not going well for Leander as Pflugerville puts another one on the board, and it's now Pflugerville 27, Leander 10.
Boy, I feel the booth moving up here.
Yeah, that's the blue crew. Look at them. When they start going, you feel the place shaking.
3rd and 9 for Georgetown. One back. Bell loses the protection, now throws it over to Leggett. He's got him for the 1st down, and Leggett for more. Tula gets a going across the 50, diving his way to the 45. Another big play on 3rd down for the Eagles, and once again, it's none other than Caden Leggett coming up huge for the Eagles, Matt.
Great play by Cooper Bell once again. Escaping pressure that time, stepping up into the pocket, and a great pass, great catch and run by Caden.
1st down and 10, the ball now on the Rebel 42. Leggett in motion to the outside, the pass to midfield, up and out of the fingertip reach of Dylan Cahill. It'll be 2nd down and 10. Cahill definitely would have wanted that one back. It touched his fingers.
Yeah, but Rob, I think that was on Cooper. That pass a little behind him. Tough catch. I don't blame Dylan on that one.
2nd down and 10, the ball on the Rebels 42, 1:44 to go in the third. In motion is Cahill from top to bottom. Alongside Leggett, the handoff over to Eric Anderson. Anderson spinning his way forward, picking up a few on the play. It'll be 3rd down and manageable for the Eagles.
That play has worked both times. First time to Moreno, that time to Eric Anderson. The little misdirection handoff, the delay, that time about 6 yards. And Rob, the same situation, 3rd and manageable like you mentioned, but got to protect Cooper Bell.
3rd and 4, Bell looking for the protection, still stepping out of it, has his man high, up, boom, popped at the 30, incomplete, flags fly. That's going to be a personal foul.
Yeah, that could
his
be
boy
an ejection.
right up near the helmet there of Georgetown Eagle player is that Eron Wilkerson?
Yes, it is.
That was Wilkerson out there as he leapt up for that ball, and boy, tough job for that young man as Hector Fuentes tried to just level him, and he hit him right up near the helmet. Boy, that is going to be a close call. The flag is out there on the 30.
Dangerous play right there.
Especially for a player, Matt. Wilkerson hasn't been out there. He comes in, and boy, you don't want to get a hit like that.
Well, he found himself open in the flat and had the ball for a second and then was absolutely crushed.
Let's hear the call.
Personal foul. Base hit.
That is a 15-yard penalty there. It is a hit to the face mask. I don't think he got ejected, but it is a personal penalty. Georgetown now 1st down for the Eagles as they're inching ever closer now on the 20. Bell in shotgun, trips up to the left. Throws this one midfield over, just in and out of the reach there of his intended receiver. That was Caden Leggett as he ran between the G and the L in the end zone. It'll be 2nd down and 10, Matt.
That one's on Cooper Bell, Rob. Caden Leggett open. Cooper Bell should have had him, overthrew him. Got to be making those plays at these crucial points in the ball game.
Hayes 21, Georgetown 14, 3rd quarter. Ball on the 21, 1:05 to go here in the 3rd. Bell going to hand off to Anderson. Nice. Anderson has daylight across the 10, down to the 5, in for the touchdown.
Holding.
But they're going to call a holding penalty. That one's coming back. Boy, Anderson finally gets some running room. They marked him down actually at the 1, and that one's coming back. That's why he got the run, Matt.
Yeah, I saw it. No real argument with that one, but boy, Georgetown, the penalties, Rob, they're piling up. Can't really argue that call. There was some, maybe some jersey grabbing there. Anderson, great run, but enabled to hold by the holding.
Stacy Sill watching in Weatherford. Good to hear from you, Stacy. Appreciate you watching in tonight. Always a joy watching Cade. 2nd down and a long 19 now for the Eagles. Cahill up from top to bottom. Cooper Bell rolling to the left. Bell scanning, throwing. This one he just has to throw it away. 3rd down and a long 19. Georgetown's came up huge on 3rd down all night. We'll see if they can do it here, Matt.
Yeah, that's asking a lot. 3rd and 19, but great coverage by the Hayes secondary. Nowhere for Cooper Bell to go with the football. And they're rolling him out, Rob, to try to keep the pressure off of him, which is a great idea, but the receiver's not able to break open.
3rd down and 19. Bell, snap to him in shotgun. Has the protection. Pocket there, midfield. Leggett, he's got the 1st down for Georgetown.
Wow.
Matt, he does it again. You said 3rd down and 19. That's a way to go. Well, if you want the way to go the way of Tula Getaguit. They got it.
Boy, Caden is approaching double-digit catches. Not sure exactly a number, but wow. He's coming up huge. He's trying to carry the team on his back, Rob.
1st down and 7, or 1st down and goal from the 7. Bell in shotgun. Has Eric Anderson as back to his left. It's Cahill and Leggett down. High snap, going to hand off. He's going to keep it, actually. Trying to roll to the outside, and Cooper Bell's going to be stopped at the 10 for a 2-yard loss. Not sure the call on that one.
Yeah, I was trying to fool the Hayes defense into thinking that Anderson was heading to the right side, but not fooled.
Rob Castro sending us a message on Twitter. Thanks for the broadcast. Watching the Eagles on a computer from Dallas. I know the modern versions of the Eagles are high-flying and scoring, but they sure could use an old-fashioned running game like we had in the mid-'80s. Man, I was born in the mid-'80s here.
Quarter.
Second down and goal, and a quarter is up. Third quarter over with, fourth quarter on its way. It'll be second down and goal for the Georgetown Eagles. We'll take a quick break. Don't go anywhere, folks. Georgetown Eagle football, sponsored by Jamie Fisher and Keller Williams Realty, will continue after this.
Champion Site Prep is a proud sponsor of Eagle football and wishes the team and staff the best in tonight's game. Big enough to undertake the largest projects, yet small enough to maintain the values that have made us successful. Loyalty, quality, teamwork. We perform earthwork and site development on a wide range of projects throughout Texas, specializing in site development, schools, commercial retail, office buildings, hospitals, and subdivisions. That's Champion Site Prep Incorporated. We'll move the earth for you. Visit us online at idigdirt.com. Go Eagles!
Hey guys, it's Fran Hawkins, linebacker for the Georgetown Eagles.
I'm Caden Leggett, wide receiver. I'm Cooper Bell, quarterback.
I'm Eric Anderson, running back.
I'm Kyle Urbanowski, middle linebacker.
I'm Tylen Zaro, offensive guard.
I'm Trace Glanville, the defensive back.
I'm Charlie Solomon, defensive end for the Georgetown Eagles, and you're listening to SHN Sports.
Welcome back to Georgetown Eagle football on SHN Sports. This season brought to you by Jamie Fisher with Keller Williams Realty. Rob Hipp alongside Matt Leishman, SHN's third year to bring you Georgetown Eagle coverage. We sincerely appreciate all of the wonderful fans and listeners here at home in Georgetown and those listening far away. Georgetown on second down and 10. And goal. Pass over to the far side, a little low, but able to scoop it up is Noah Drum. And Drum gets it close. He's down to the 3-yard line.
Yeah. Took a long time for that ball to get out there, and that's probably what kept it from being a touchdown, Rob, and now an absolutely massive play in the ball game.
Georgetown trying to score here. 11:37 to go. Fourth quarter action just underway. Cooper Bell has Eric Anderson as his back right behind him at the 10. High snap. Cooper Bell going to go behind Anderson. Flags fly again, Matt. He will go in for the score, but we'll see.
Offsides.
If it is, if it counts, it's a 3-yard touchdown run. Eric Anderson plowing his way forward. The Eagles look a little disgruntled.
Yeah,
and that's coming back.
Oh, boy. Whew.
Let's stand by for the call.
That's illegal formation. On the offense, 5 men in the backfield, 5-yard penalty.
5 men in the backfield as you hear the referee Keith Otto talking that one, a 5-yard penalty. So Georgetown had an opportunity to score. It's going to come back. And now, Matt, it'll be third down and goal from the 8.
Well, now you can't run it. Conventional wisdom says the penalties are just killers tonight, Rob.
2 down, 2 up, wing formation here. Bell stepping back, great protection. Up over at the P. He's got him for the touchdown. Coming up with the catch there, distributing the ball now to Dylan Cahill, an 8-yard touchdown pass. Great play call there by Beatty, and Georgetown is within 1, 21-20. Beatty all alone at the P of the Patriots. Great pass right there by Cooper Bell as well.
Yeah, great job by Dylan Cahill to get open on the far side. He had about 3-yard separation. Nice little lofted ball up there. Cooper Bell now this season, Rob, 8 touchdown passes against no INTs, and boy.
Huge here for Davis.
Yeah, this is a big kick.
Davis has struggled from that kicking area, Matt. Point after, they fumble the ball, and Georgetown not able, flags fly. We'll see what the call is on this, but Georgetown not able to get the kickoff, and Davis just staring down at the 10-yard line.
You might get a reprieve. You are going to get a reprieve. Wow, that is huge.
Big break for the Eagles there as the handler, who is holding that ball, Matt?
Jackson Siosin.
So Siosin not able to handle it, but Georgetown getting lucky here. Hey, the ball's at the 2. Do you go for it here? Put it in the hands of Anderson. Go for 2, man. It's preseason.
If there's a minute left, probably, but 11 minutes, 21 to go. Davis has struggled. He needs this for his confidence.
Snap here, Siosin asking for it. Gets it down this time. The kick up, and it is
that looked way better.
Good. 21 apiece. Georgetown ties it after that 8-yard touchdown pass. Don't go anywhere, folks. Georgetown Eagle football sponsored by Jamie Fisher, Keller Williams Realty, also Royce Electric, and our friends at Mill Direct Carpet. as well as Joe K, Georgetown Interstate Transmission Auto. We appreciate your sponsorship. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere, folks.
This is Brad Tillery.
This is Chuck Crazy.
This is Matt Leishman. This is Steven Stein.
This is Abby Hake.
This is Carl Schoening.
And this is Rob Hipp, and we are SHN Sports, your source for live high school football action in Central Texas. Please join us on Thursday and Friday nights for live coverage before, during, and after the games. That's SHNSports.com. Your team, your broadcast.
2015, 10-5, touchdown, Dakota Cahill.
Welcome back to Georgetown Eagle football here on SHN Sports. In the broadcast booth, beautiful Georgetown, Texas at Birkelbach Field. Along with Matt Leishman and Nathan Height, I'm Rob Hipp. The Eagles, after that 8-yard touchdown pass from the hands of Cooper Bell to Dylan Cahill, tied it up at 21 apiece, Matt.
Yeah, need good kick coverage here, Rob, to continue the momentum. It's anybody's game here with 11:21 left. Great ball game tonight.
Confidence booster for Davis Northcutt as he puts that one through on the extra point. Fielded at the 11 on the far side by the Rebels as they move from left to right. Almost an ankle tackle, somehow able to break his way around it. Boy, breaking his way as he goes as Sam Scott thought he would be down around the 20. Instead, he gets it up to the 31-yard line. Matt, their last drive started out on their own 14. They got close, and then that drive stalled after the Eagle defense stepped it up.
Right, and should have stopped them inside the 20, but a couple missed tackles there. Luckily, Trace Glanville able to corral the returner at the 31, and now you kind of hand it to your defense and say, guys, get the ball back to us.
Hayes Rebels, their 9th possession. Matt, not a lot of possessions tonight. We have seen the clock run here. 9:18 p.m. is the time. Martinez the handoff to his back. It's Dallin Roberts, and Roberts is going to power his way forward. Nice gain on first down. It'll be second down and manageable for the Hayes Rebels as he runs that one right up the middle.
Yeah, it's just too much right there, Rob, to give up on first down. That puts Hayes in a position where they can kind of do what they want with 2nd and 5.
2nd down and 5, ball on their own 36. Martinez over to the side, this time into the hands of Shoemaker. Shoemaker's had a great night for the Rebels, and he picks up a few on this play as he runs it after the catch there to the far side. It'll be 3rd down and 1. We've seen Georgetown fight here on these 3rd down and shorts. We'll see if the defense can hold up here. Hayes in a hurry-up offense now. 10:44 and ticking. The handoff to Mayberry. Spinning his way around. It's Brandon Hawkins and company on the stop, but not before he runs it up the middle to the 44-yard line.
Well, and we're to the point in the ball game, Rob, where you got to kind of start looking at the clock. 10.5 minutes. The clock stopped as they move the chains. Now running 10:35. Need some defense here.
Back in action, Hayes, 1st down and 10 on their own 44. The pass this time, and his receiver dropped for a 1-yard gain. Coming up out of that pile is Brandon Hawkins. The reception there by Gentry Barwith.
That just wasn't placed very well that time by Martinez. That was one of his worst throws, but they still give him a couple yards. I didn't think he got anything there.
They do move it up. It's 2nd down and 8. Ball on the 44 as they're trying to approach midfield are the Hayes Rebels. Breaking out of the huddle. 2 down to the bottom. One of those is Braworth, who just had that catch moments ago here in a wing. Standing on the 40, high pitch, the handoff over to Mayberry, and he will get hit initially. Was not able to bring him down, Urbanowski, but Georgetown defender Drew Barfield coming up there on the 2nd attempt.
Well, big play right here, Rob. Can't overstate it too much. 3rd and 6.
A lot of change up on the defense here, and you just said it, 3rd down and 6, Matt.
Yeah, big play. If Georgetown could stop him, they could get the ball back.
In shotgun, Martinez scanning around, and Georgetown has the sack. What a play right there coming up. Mason Meyer, as well as the 3-3. It was Frankie Durante and Meyer there with the penetration, able to stop him. You called it, Matt, said Georgetown needed something big on 3rd down. Boy, a back sack is what you need, and Georgetown is back.
Rob, you said it. That was huge. Now that forces them into a punt situation with Ballinger. Caden Leggett back deep, but boy, we'll probably mark a star by that sack right there by Meyer. That was huge.
Big game changer momentum. Georgetown trying to keep the momentum on their side. The punt from left to right. Caden Leggett set to receive around the 30. Fair catching as he backpedals to the 25, and he's able to hold on to it. They're going to mark him down at the 25. So the Rebels started out on their own 31. The Georgetown defense coming up big for the Eagles with that sack there on 3rd down. And the Georgetown Eagles offense back on the field, Matt. Tie ball game, 21 apiece with 8:48 to go in the ball game. We'll keep things right here.
Well, and running game not really effective, as we mentioned, Rob. And Cooper Bell, 3 touchdowns tonight, but this is really Cooper's first pressure situation in his varsity career. Tie game, 8:48 to go. Let's see what the lanky senior quarterback can do right here for the Eagles.
Well, last week, the SHN Georgetown Eagle Offensive Player of the Week, Cooper Bell, 5 touchdowns tonight. He's thrown 3. Snap right to him in shotgun, passing immediately midfield,
Nice.
has his man Cahill, and boy, if you want to throw a dagger, that's the way to throw it, as Cahill falling to the ground, right into his hands. Beautiful ball placement, Matt, and the Eagles here was 2nd down and a short 3.
Boy, Cooper, that was an absolute dart, as you said, Rob, and great hands by Dylan to haul it in, diving.
Bell in shotgun, has his back offset to his right, one receiver all alone up. High snap, able to hold it down. It's Anderson. Mr. Anderson trying to cut the corner on the gap. He couldn't. And Anderson will only gain 1 on the play. It'll be 3rd down and a little bit here for the Eagles. 3rd down and 3, Matt.
That's just great pursuit by Sam Guzman. Rob, the linebacker, all-district player for Hayes, would not allow Eric Anderson to cut up and get any positive yardage.
3rd down and 3 for the Eagles on the near side hash mark. Bell and shotgun. Stepping back, holding the pressure. Got him. 1st down as he crosses over into the hands of Zach Wolf. And the first time that we've seen the Wolfman pick up a pass tonight. And all the Georgetown receivers getting in action here in this 4th period of play.
That's a big catch as Wolf comes off the field, and he'll be howling about that one, Rob.
Yeah.
That was a big play.
Teen Wolf.
Keeps the drive going.
And we need to get him a van after this game. The green van and the shades. 1st and 10, ball on the 47. The Eagles still. High snap, handoff over to Anderson. Darts his way through, picks up 3. Still on his feet somehow. They're going to drag him back. They'll give him forward progress to the 49. Call it a 2-yard gain on the play.
Isn't it cool to have guys on the team where we can have good nicknames? Wolf, Taco. I mean, it's been a tough go on the running game. At that time, Eric able to get some positive yardage as they approach the midfield stripe.
7:03 at the 49 in their own territory. 2nd down and 8. Flags fly. Maybe a free play. Cooper Bell throwing downfield. Has his man Cahill. Has him at the 26. We'll see if this one's coming back, though.
Well, Noah Drum thinks it's holding on the defense, but I don't think it could be another illegal formation. I'm afraid this one's going to get Georgetown. But I hope I'm wrong, Rob.
They're still talking things over. Stand by for the call.
Oh,
We've seen that a lot tonight. Matt, Georgetown did not struggle with this at all last year. And tonight we've seen 4 or 5 of these illegal shift and illegal formation penalties. Just kind of the basics here that Georgetown's got to work out these kinks because district play starts next week.
Yeah, the thing that kind of made me think that was against the offense is no one really moved and the flag flew right at the snap. So, once again, a huge play to Cahill's wiped out.
Well, Eric Anderson comes over to the sideline. Back in there, I believe, is Moreno. 2 receivers to either side for the Eagles. 2nd down and 13, ball on their own 44. Cahill in motion up top. Cooper Bell rolling. Now it's a little misdirection handoff to his man across the 50, now trying to dive to the 45. And that is Moreno, and he'll be dropped down. A nice gain on 2nd down and 13. It'll bring up 3rd down and manageable for the Georgetown Eagles.
So the running game starting to see a little daylight, Rob. That same play worked again for a lot of yardage. But, boy, 3rd and 5, 4, biggest play of the game possibly on offense.
Teen Wolf back out there on the right side. Cahill running up top from left to right. Cooper Bell scanning. Almost a hold there, and it is. I saw it coming. That's going to be a catch at the 30, but that one's going to be coming back as Caden Leggett fighting his way to the 25, but there was a hold back there. That's what avoided that sack, and Georgetown has got to get this under control, Matt.
That's approaching double-digit penalties on Georgetown, and you just can't state it over and over, Rob. They're hurting themselves so much with the mistakes, the illegal shift, the illegal formation, the holding. It hurts.
3rd down and 4 was the down instead, and it would have been a 1st down, but instead it's coming back.
Oh, that's even worse.
Wow, chop block.
It's 15, Rob.
Yep, so instead of it being a 10, it's going to be 15. 3rd down and 4 turns down into 3rd down and 19. But wait a minute, Matt. We've been in third down and long before tonight, at least 3 or 4 other times. Look for the ball to go into the direction of Caden Leggett. You know that the Rebels are watching out for him on this play. That moves the ball back into Georgetown Eagle territory, all the way back to their own 38. Man. Georgetown lines up here near side hash mark, 2 receivers to either side. Cooper Bell standing at the 32 on that mark. Wolfman comes across. Bell rolling over, has Wolf, and it's not even going to be anywhere close to that first down. Clock will run, and Georgetown will punt this one away.
Yeah, not quite sure about that decision for a little 4-yard out when you need 19, but I think they're kind of, cautious there, not wanting a bad play or a turnover. But, Rob, you're right, way short, and now it's up to Cooper to punt it away.
2 set back to receive around the 20 for the Hayes Rebels. And it's going to be Scott and Tate, I believe, back there. Cooper Bell will punt this one away from the 30. From right to left, drive stalled, punt up on its way. It will be catchable at the 20. Drops it. Georgetown able to get back on it, though. And I beg your pardon, Hayes able to get back on it. That was actually Mayberry out there, and Mayberry's going to be stopped. No gain, maybe 1. It'll be first down and 10 for the Rebels. 5:26 to go in the ball game, all tied up at 21 apiece. And the Rebels will have it on the far side hash mark as they move from left to right on their own 21-yard line, Matt.
Calling on the defense once again, came up huge with a sack. Now, is that a different quarterback?
Looks like it possibly from here. We'll have that as soon as we have it. Man in motion coming up on a little end around. No, it's still Martinez. Handoff to his back coming around. It is Mayberry. Mayberry's going to be stopped. They may give him forward progress, and they do. It'll be no gain on the play.
He had Shoemaker next to him. That's who I thought was taking the ball, but he was a running back with him in the backfield. And nice job of stringing that out, Rob. 2nd and 10. Good Georgetown defense there. Now we're in crunch time.
See down here the defensive back on the near side for Georgetown, Jonathan Neitch. See Paul Salcedo out there, Matt, this evening. Just realized that. Timeout on the field by Hayes. We'll take a quick timeout as well. 4:55 to go in the ball game, 21 apiece. Don't go anywhere. Georgetown Eagle football presented by Jamie Fisher with Keller Williams. We'll continue after this.
Royce Electric is a proud sponsor of Eagle football and would like to wish Cameron and Kaylee Biondo a great year. Granddad and Nana love you. That's Royce Electric for all your commercial and residential electrical contract work. That's Royce Electric Incorporated. Go Eagles!
Back in action here, 2nd down and 10. 4:55 to go in the ball game, all tied up from Georgetown, Texas, here at Birkelbach Field. Beautiful weather outside tonight. Hayes and Martinez has it. Got 2 backs to either side. Now one of those in motion is Mayberry. Mayberry's going to line up to the left. Now juggles over to that far side. Quarterback Martinez is going to keep it. He's got daylight across the 35. Still on his feet across the 40. Near midfield. He's going to step out at the 48-yard line as he was being chased down out there by Jonathan Neitch. It'll still be in Hayes territory, but Matt, a big gain there by the Hayes Rebels quarterback on that keeper.
Yeah, you had him 2nd and long, and Martinez showed the ability tonight to know when to tuck it down and take the yardage on the ground, and he's done a great job at that.
4:46 to go. Tie ball game. Ball on their own 48 are the Hayes Rebels moving from left to right. The handoff this time to his back in the backfield is Shoemaker. Shoemaker finding daylight. Shoemaker across the 35, pounding his way right through Trace Glanville, and he'll have it into Eagle territory near that SHN red zone. They'll mark him down at the 31.
Well, this isn't the time for the Georgetown defense to show some vulnerability, but Rob, they're doing it on the last 2 plays, giving up big chunk yardage, and they're approaching the SHN red zone. Georgetown's going to need to play right here.
4:29 and ticking. Martinez in shotgun, going to hand off over to Mayberry, and Mayberry going to be stopped at the 31. No, they give him a gain of 1. It was at the 32, and that'll bring up 2nd down for the Hayes Rebels.
Yeah, just a gain of 1. But, Rob, you also have to think about the fact that Ballinger has shown the ability to hit a field goal after a really poor first effort tonight and getting into that range.
3:59 and ticking, 2nd down and 9. Trying to get inside that 30 at the SHN red zone. Martinez stepping back, midfield, throws it, has a man open, has a man for the touchdown. 31-yard strike right across midfield. It is once again Gentry Brawith. 31-yard touchdown pass, Matt.
Yeah, just about the same as last time. Give credit to Martinez. A great ball, and Brawith able to break free right at the end there. No holder out there for Hayes right now. Is that what I'm seeing? Taking his sweet time.
Yeah, he's trying to get some instruction there on the side. Now he's coming out. This point after attempt by Michael Ballinger with the kick. Snap, kick, up, and good. Rebels extend it back by 7, 28-21. We'll keep things right here, Matt. Georgetown has got to respond.
Yeah, disappointing there after that stop 2 drives ago, that big sack that got you the ball back. You couldn't do anything with it, and that time 2 big chunk plays on the ground, and then Martinez, for the 2nd time tonight, finds Brawith for a touchdown. This time 32, the first one 23, so they've had a good connection. And Hayes looking to pull off a big road win, and the Rebels have shown up tonight. I've been impressed. They're going to win a lot of ball games, Rob. They got a lot of talent, even though they're in the West Lakes and Lake Travis's district. I think this is going to be a playoff team. They're solid.
It's a different Hayes Rebel team than we saw last year when Georgetown went into their house over Bob Shelton and crushed them. The Rebels saying, well, we're going to try to come do the same here at Birkelbach Field on your turf. Back to receive for the Eagles. Caden Leggett. Is that Glanville still back there with him?
It is.
Set to kick this one off. Panuelos. Kick is on its way. Fielded at the 15. Caden Leggett across the 20. Leggett trying to find daylight. Crossing the 25. Still on his feet as he's plowing through defenders, but it's only going to get him an extra couple of yards. Georgetown will have the ball on their own 28. They've got 3:43 on the clock. All 3 timeouts remaining, and trailing 28-21. We'll keep it right here. Georgetown Eagle football presented by Jamie Brooks Fisher with Keller Williams Realty.
Well, Rob, you're at the point now where you really no margin for error on offense. 3:43 to go, and can't have the penalties that have been really a thorn in your side all night. See what Cooper can do.
On their own 28-yard line, the 10th possession of the evening for the Eagles. Cooper Bell on his near side hash mark. Passing quickly over to Noah Drum. Drum spinning around. A great pickup there on 1st down. Give him 7. It'll be 2nd down and short for the Eagles. Clock running 3:33.
It's still not much confidence in the run game, Rob. It's tough to see. Maybe a running play to keep Hayes honest here.
Georgetown quickly, 2nd down and 2. Snap over. Cooper Bell, far side. Leggett has the 1st down, and he loses the ball. He is upended, boy, and he may have a hard time getting up. And he does hop right up. Wow, he got clobbered right in between 2 defenders of the Rebels. And, you know, it's a big-time hit, and it's not illegal.
It was a high-low hit, Rob, and I'm glad to see Caden okay. He looks like, he's fired up. But, you know, when you get hit high-low like that, that can be disastrous. Right now, Georgetown needs a 1st down.
Yeah, it's 3rd down and 2. They need it here. Snap over. Cooper Bell looking to pass again. Passing. He's got him. It's Leggett. Or beg your pardon, that's Wolfman. Teen Wolf with the 1st down for Georgetown at the 46. Great job right there by the Wolf.
2 big catches by Wolf. Zach Wolf.
Zach Wolf this time is going to move over down low. So 3 down, 1 up. 1st down and 10 for the Eagles on their own 47. 3:02 to go, trailing by 7. Bell stepping back, great protection. Has his man Leggett. One-handed grab. What a grab. Tula gets a quit, and he is going to haul it in for the Georgetown Eagles. Count that, Matt, a 53-yard touchdown pass. Caden Leggett said, Bo Corrales, I'm going to talk to you, baby, and I'm going to pull one in, and Tula gets a quit. Coming alive again for the Georgetown Eagles.
Rob, one of the best catches I've ever seen. With the heat on that ball, for him to be able to one-hand that catch, simply incredible by Caden Leggett. His third touchdown receiving tonight. Boy, that young man needs to be playing D1 football next year. Incredible job. I didn't think he had any chance to catch that. It looked overthrown, but it was like Velcro on his hands.
Huge point after kick here by Northcutt. The kick is up, it's good, it's on its way. And Georgetown and Caden Leggett, after that 53-yard one-handed Jerry Rice touchdown grab, trying to emulate Bo Corrales, maybe even doing it better than last season. We're all tied up at 28 apiece. Don't go anywhere, folks. We've got a barn burner kicking on here tonight. We'll be right back after this.
Royce Electric is a proud sponsor of Eagle football and would like to wish Cameron and Kaylee Biondo a great year. Granddad and Nana love you. That's Royce Electric for all your commercial and residential electrical contract work. That's Royce Electric Incorporated. Go Eagles.
This is Brad Tillery.
This is Chuck Crixon.
This is Matt Leschman. This is Steven Stein.
This is Abby Haight.
This is Carl Schoening.
And this is Rob Hitt, and we are SHN Sports, your source for live high school football action in Central Texas. Please join us on Thursday and Friday nights for live coverage before, during, and after the games. That's SHNSports.com. Your team, your broadcast.
2015 10-5 touchdown Dakota Caden.
We're going to have to replace the sound clip there with that one from Caden Leggett coming up huge. Tie ball game, 28 apiece, with 2:52 to go in this one, Matt.
Rob, you said it. Bo's was good. That one was better.
Kickoff on its way by this one's going to sell up high and a little low, and it's going to take a bounce back. Georgetown's going to get it. Georgetown's going to get it at the 20. Wow, that ball hit the turf and bounced right back into Georgetown. What a play right there. Coming up with it was Noah. Ba-rum-pum-pum-pum, drum, baby. And Hayes wasn't expecting that,
wow.
Matt. Georgetown wasn't either, but Noah Drum saw it, and Georgetown is going to have the ball down around the 20-yard line of the Hayes Rebels.
Oh, Rob, Davis Northcutt from the golf team, he couldn't have put a wedge shot any better right there. The kickoff return man stopped, and the ball just hit the ground, and it's Georgetown's ball at the 22-yard line. Incredible turn of events. I mean, what a great wedge shot there by Davis Northcutt. Incredible.
Georgetown, best starting position of the night. Couldn't have came at a better time. 2:51 to go in the ball game. They'll have the ball on the outside hash mark of the Hayes Rebels, 22. And Matt, that is just one of those luck kicks, man. It's just where the nose of the ball dug in and bounced back forward.
It was a little backspin. It was perfect.
Cooper Bell and company on the outside hash mark, 22 yards inside that SHN red zone. A little end-around action. Caden Leggett trying to come back inside the hash marks, dodging defenders as he goes. Now across the 10, Leggett still powering his way forward. Another run. This young man, ladies and gentlemen, is on fire tonight.
Rob, Caden Leggett's making an early play. When we get to district play, he's looking at player of the year, man. This is incredible.
Over 11 yards on that carry on the end around as he came from top back around. And Georgetown will now have it inside the 10. It'll be first down and goal from the 8-yard line. Clock running. They're going to hopefully wisely let this run down quite a bit.
Bleed clock if you can.
18 on the play clock. Snap over, Cooper Bell. Eric Anderson. Anderson to the outside. Anderson finds the corner, but he's going to be stopped at the 5, maybe the 4.
And I'm watching the clock, Rob. 2:16. Hayes has 2 timeouts left. You want to bleed this. 33 on the play clock. You want to take this down to 130 before you snap it.
Tied up, 28 apiece, 2:04 to go in the ball game. Georgetown with the ball on their own 4. Beg your pardon, on the Hayes 4. In goal, Cooper Bell finding his lane. Cooper Bell still on his feet, dives in, touchdown! Cooper Bell, ring it, buddy. Ring it, ring it, ring it, ring it, Bell. And that's a 4-yard touchdown run by Cooper Bell. He's fired up. The fans are fired up. We're fired up. And the Eagles take the lead 34-28.
Exactly 1 minute after Caden Leggett hauls in that 53-yard pass, Cooper, he's got 4 passing, adds his 3rd career rushing touchdown, Rob. Here comes a big, big kick right here by Davis Northcutt. He made this happen. Now let's see if he can get the extra point.
Northcutt trying to extend that lead to 7. This is a huge point after kick by Georgetown. It's up, it's good, it's on its way, and Georgetown a 7-point lead, 35-28. Matt, we'll keep things right here. This has turned into a barn burner, an exciting finish here in the home opener for the Georgetown Eagles in week number 2 from their home field.
Yeah, and Rob, trying to figure out whether it was Scott or Tate or whoever made that huge mistake on the kickoff of backing up and letting that ball check up and Noah Drum being able to fall on it, and momentum has just completely shifted in just a minute's time. Georgetown was trailing 28-21, and now they lead 35-28. Cooper Bell responsible for 5 touchdowns tonight. Caden Leggett with 3 receiving, and boy, the stands are shaking, Rob, because the Blue Crew is on it right now.
1:52 to go, Matt. Those touchdowns about a minute apart from each other. Back-to-back for Georgetown. Northcutt set to kick this one away from the 40. 2 back to receive. I believe back there, and maybe Mayberry. We saw him back there earlier. That may be him on that far hash mark. Of course, can't see from this angle up here in the press box. It might be him, though. Northcutt with his right hand up. Trots his way, now the speed on, right toe to leather, the kick sails.
It's Sam Scott, Rob.
Spin around, and Sam Scott will have it at the 9. Trying to cross over the 20, has a gap, dodges a defender. He's got a hole, he will spin around, and Georgetown able to bring him down at the 32 as Matt grabs his head, thinking, oh my goodness, but the Georgetown kicking team able to stop him at the 32.
Well, he broke past the first line of defenders, and I was like, somebody go ahead and get a hand on him, and they sure did. But pretty decent field position out to the 32, Rob. And you need the defense to come up one more time because now Hayes pretty much has got to be in passing mode.
Of course, the last possession for Hayes, they didn't get one. Georgetown had the recovery on the kickoff by accident, really. Now Hayes stepping back, Martinez.
Well, that's holding.
Holding back there in the backfield, no call. And it will be a pass up to the 41.
Goodness.
First down, and boy, getting held all over the place. Georgetown coaching staff not paying any attention to that. They said, let's just keep focusing on what we do. 1:38 to go. Now the clock ticking as the chains move. Georgetown leads 35-28. First down and 10 for the Rebels as they move from left to right, as you see it on your video screen. They've got it on the Eagle 43-yard line. I beg your pardon, on their own 43. Snap over Martinez in the flat, and he's going to hit his man Shoemaker, and Shoemaker should be in bounds.
Oh, they call him out.
Wow, he got stopped and rolled out of bounds. And they're going to call him out with 1:18 to go. He only picks up 1 on that play, though, Matt, on that pass. It'll be 2nd down and 9.
Yeah, that clock should be rolling.
Martinez, slow snap, has it. Looking, scanning. Georgetown coming up. They've got the sack. The Eagles have the sack. And coming up from that pile for the Georgetown Eagles, it's Mason Meyer again, putting a little Oscar and a little mustard on that quarterback tonight, Matt. And timeout by Hayes. We'll keep things right here. An exciting finish here on this ball game. 1:10 to go. Georgetown leading 35-28. 2nd down, and now it'll be 3rd down and long for the Hayes Rebels. Again, Georgetown Eagle football this season brought to you by Jamie Brooks Fisher with Keller Williams Realty. The next time you're in need of a new house, looking for a real estate investment or more, anything related to real estate, make sure to give our friends Jamie Brooks Fisher over Keller Williams a visit. Matt?
Yeah, nice play right there. Big sack by Meyer. His 2nd of the night, Rob, and now 1:10. Hayes down to 1 timeout. Got to have pressure here on Martinez.
3rd down and 14. In a wing formation, steps back in shotgun, rolling over. Martinez scanning the field, has his man, and out of bounds at the 49.
4th down, Rob.
It is 4th down, and that one caught by Gentry Brawith.
This is it.
1:05 to go. The Rebels, 1 timeout left. Georgetown has all 3. They hold the lead 35-28. On the near side hash mark, Martinez in the same position. 2 receivers to either side. Has Mayberry blocking for him in the pocket. Scanning, throwing over to the left side. Has a first down, and he's out of bounds.
Wow.
Brought down out there by Georgetown Eagle. It was Jonathan Neich. That will stop the clock, though, with 58 seconds to go. On 4th down and long, they get the first down, Matt.
Shalil Patel, Rob, his first catch, the junior, keeps the game alive. And Georgetown had a chance to shut it down right there and win the game. Couldn't quite do it.
first down and 10, ball on the Eagle 47. Hayes has it left to right. Martinez scanning the field.
Too much time.
A lot of time there. Has his man. It's dropped. Mayberry could not come up with it in the midfield as he was crossing over that outside hash mark. It'll be second down and 10. The clock stopped, 53 seconds to go. The Eagles holding on to that 7-point lead, 35-28, Matt.
Well, second down and 10, and obviously incompletion stops the clock, so Hayes still with that one timeout, but got to get pressure.
Martinez in shotgun, 2 receivers again to either side. The ball in the 47, passing in the flat, over to Mayberry. Mayberry going to be inside, flags fly. Boy, that's going to be a penalty possibly against Georgetown back there. It may be roughing the passer, Mason Meyer back there as he slams down. We'll see what the call is. And his hand is hurt too.
That would be really unfortunate if that was against Georgetown, Rob. The penalties have killed them all night, but let's wait and see.
Of course, the referee tonight, Keith Otto. We'll send it down to Keith now for that call.
Oh, man. Goodness, you can't do that.
That's what I saw down there. It is roughing the passer. And as we hear in basketball a lot of times, you can't do that. Well, you cannot do that, and that is going to move the Hayes Rebels. They were on the Eagle 47. That'll move them down all the way deep into Eagle territory now. Hayes with a good shot here with 44 seconds to go. Matt, keep in mind they've got that one timeout. They're trailing by 7. Ball now on the Eagle 29. Martinez rolling to the outside, passing up over, has his man out of bounds, Shoemaker. Shoemaker will pick up 5, maybe 6 on the first down. It'll be second down and manageable, 38 seconds to go. Great clock management here by the Rebels, but Georgetown penalties is what's hurting them.
Yeah.
And that fourth down play earlier, Georgetown could have put this one away. Second down and 5, they give him 5. Martinez in shotgun on the far hash mark there on your video screen. Stepping back, has all day. Passing up over, up, and no good. Caden Leggett says, no way, man, as he puts the pop right there on Gentry Brawith. It'll be third down and 5, Matt. 33 seconds to go.
Well, it's coming down to the wire, Rob, and 3rd and 5. You need a couple more big plays here. And, boy, I got to think that maybe Hayes O-line holding up there. Georgetown that time couldn't even, sniff the area where Martinez was. He had all day, but he overthrew Brawith, luckily. But it's coming down to this.
3rd down and 5 for the Rebels. They're on the Georgetown Eagle 24, threatening inside that red zone. 33 seconds to go. Martinez going to keep it here on the keeper. Diving around, he's got room on the outside. And now he's going to run out of bounds as he was chased out
Missed
by
tackles.
Trace Glanville. 27 seconds to go, and he gets it down just outside the 15. They'll mark him down at the 16-yard line, Matt. And that, more importantly, will be another first down for the Hayes Rebels on this drive as they continue to move the ball forward.
Final from Leander. Pflugerville moves to 1-1, Rob. They beat Leander 30-13.
Tough break there for the Lions. Chuck Cracy, Mark Sickles
Blitz.
down there. Blitz coming. Georgetown hits him as he releases it. What a pop right there by the Eagles coming up for Georgetown. It was Kyle Urbanowski. Urbo, a little turbo drive on that one.
Well, you got to watch the clock now. 2nd down and 10, 23 seconds. Where are they at? About the 16?
They haven't marked at the 16. That was an incomplete pass, by the way. The ball is at the 16. So clock stops, 2nd down and 10, 23 seconds to go in the game.
What a game.
Eagles lead by 7, 35-28. Martinez in shotgun. Tight formation this time as all 3 stacked up there on the right. Stepping back is Martinez, the protection. Now it breaks apart. Martinez has to dump it off early, and boy, that's almost intentional grounding.
Meyer with the pressure, Rob. Boy, and we're getting into 3rd and 10 now.
Meyer once again, a little Oscar, a little mustard.
Little Dijon.
I like the spicy mustard on my Oscar. Can't go wrong.
Need pressure. Wow, what a ball game for the first home game of the year.
3rd down and 10. The Rebels on the Eagles 16, threatening 19 seconds to go. Martinez in shotgun, dancing around, passes over, has his man caught. Georgetown going to tackle him at the 10. The clock's going to run, and Hayes will use a timeout.
Wow, it's going to be 4th down, Rob.
They've got to get down to looks like, where are they at, Matt? Looks like the 7-yard line, maybe the 6 for that first down.
It's going to be 4th and about 6. They're at the 12. They need to get to the 6. Boy, what do you call here? It's second chance for a 4th down stop to win the game.
Absolutely. We'll see. 4th down and 6, 11 seconds to go. And the Eagles leading 35-28. We'll keep things right here again. Georgetown Eagle football this season sponsored by Jamie Fisher with Keller Williams Realty.
Well, Georgetown's defensive coach is getting their guys prepped out there, saying we need one more stop here to win this game and take this victory. 4th and 6. It's up to get pressure on Martinez, and only 11 seconds left to go in the game.
Here we go, coming out of the huddle, the Hayes Rebels after calling their final timeout. Georgetown still has all 3 of theirs, but this is it. 4th down for the Rebels. Can the defense of Georgetown hold? Martinez in shotgun, and now the Eagles are going to call timeout. Here's the scenario, folks. 11 seconds to go. Georgetown leading by 7, 35-28. It's 4th down and 6 for the Rebels. So if the Georgetown defense can get a stop, it's game over. Hayes, with 11 seconds, Matt, they can throw one down there. They can also try to tightrope that sideline. They can get the ball at around the 6 or the 7-yard line for the first down. But, Matt, if they do that, they're going to have to get out of bounds quickly if they can't get the touchdown, and then they're going to have an opportunity for one more.
Well, that's the thing, Rob. If you get that first down without scoring, this clock will stop to move the chains, but then you have no timeout, so we might have kind of a scramble situation right there. So we'll see what they do right here, but if Georgetown can pressure Martinez and sort of get in, into his face mask back there, you can win the ball game. And up to the defense, and now I do see Paul Salcedo out there on the far side.
First time we've seen him tonight, I believe. I may be wrong. Martinez in shotgun, 2 receivers, down on the near side. Castro sending us a message on Twitter saying, I stand corrected. Why run the ball when you've got Caden Leggett? Good call right there, Castro.
Shoemaker with him, Rob.
2 down on the left side. Down there on the near side, it's Sam Scott also. 2 up top, a little tighter formation. Nobody in the backfield. Martinez looking, jump start. Martinez scanning up, and it is broken up.
No flags.
Georgetown, with 6 seconds to go, will take over here, and that'll be the ball game. Georgetown will take a knee. What a finish by the Georgetown Eagles. We're not over yet. Coaching staff, of course, getting ready to make their way down, but Georgetown's got to come out there and take a knee. Boy, this has been a great one here. Opening game for Georgetown in week number 2 on their home field, Matt, and Northcutt. Yeah. It was a luck kick with the way that ball came back. You don't plan on kicking the ball that way.
Might have to talk to him on Wednesday night about it, Rob. And that ball, if that's a 4th down turnover, why is the ball at the 4-yard line? That ball should be out by the 12 unless they didn't intercept that ball. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're just going to kneel it, but I don't get that, but.
Well, give it up for Northcutt, though. I know I don't want to discredit the young man talking about this, Matt. He came up with some big kicks tonight. When it mattered, Georgetown needed those point afters. He got them when Georgetown needed them. And as the clock ticks 0, the Georgetown Eagles come out of here with a victory. They improve to 2-0 on the season as the G flies and the Eagle flags down on the field. The Blue Crew hipping and hollering tonight. And, friends, we will take a quick break as the teams line up to shake each other's hands. We've got post-game, a lot of excitement going on in this one. We want to go back over. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'd also like to hear from you as well. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned with us here for post-game on SHNSports.com broadcast network and also in stadium on 90.1 FM. Georgetown Eagle football continues after this.
Royce Electric is a proud sponsor of Eagle football and would like to wish Cameron and Kaylee Biondo a great year. Granddad and Nana love you. That's Royce Electric for all your commercial and residential electrical contract work. That's Royce Electric Incorporated. Go Eagles! Champion Site Prep is a proud sponsor of Eagle football and wishes the team and staff the best in tonight's game. Big enough to undertake the largest projects, yet small enough to maintain the values that have made us successful. Loyalty, quality, teamwork. We perform earthwork and site development on a wide range of projects throughout Texas, specializing in site development, schools, schools, commercial retail, office buildings, hospitals, and subdivisions. That's Champion Site Prep Incorporated. We'll move the earth for you. Visit us online at idigdirt.com. Go Eagles.
This is Brad Tillery.
This is Chuck Cricks.
This is Matt Leschman. This is Steven Stein.
This is Abby Hake.
This is Carl Schoening.
And this is Rob Hipp, and we are SHN Sports, your source for live high school football action in Central Texas. Please join us on Thursday and Friday nights for live coverage before, during, and after the games. That's SHNSports.com. Your team, your broadcast.
2015, 10-5, touchdown, Dakota Cahill.
The game of football parallels the game of life. Few sports require more heart, determination, and persistence. Like in life, when you're knocked down, you have to be able to get back up and try harder the next time. Unfortunately, some players have not been able to get back up due to catastrophic injury they sustained playing a game they love. Now there is help. The Gridiron Heroes Spinal Cord Injury Organization was started to provide help for these brave young men. Gridiron Heroes now needs you to lend a hand to help these young men be successful in the game of life. To learn more, contact Gridiron Heroes at 210-566-6108 or visit gridironheroes.org.
Hey guys, it's Fran Hawkins, linebacker for the Georgetown Eagles.
I'm Caden Leggett, wide receiver. I'm Cooper Bell, quarterback.
I'm Eric Anderson, running back.
I'm Kyler Branoski, middle linebacker.
I'm Tylen Zaro, offensive guard.
I'm Trace Glanville, the defensive back.
I'm Tyler Solomon, defensive end for the Georgetown Eagles, and you're listening to SHN Sports.
2-0. Georgetown improves after a thrilling victory here in the final quarter of play as the Georgetown Eagle players doing their dance there in front of the fans. The score tonight, the final from Georgetown Eagle football, Birkelbach Field here in Georgetown, Texas. The Eagles victorious over the Hayes Rebels 35-28. Matt, what a game by Georgetown. They struggled early. There's a lot of things that Georgetown's going to be able to take and improve from this one. Huge credit to Hayes. They came out slinging tonight. They changed it up a little bit as we saw a lot of passing earlier. We're expecting a heavy run game. Give credit to the Georgetown defense, but we know that Georgetown is going to be talking about these penalties, at least in the double digits tonight. They have got to turn things around as district play starts next week.
Well, Rob, they executed there at the end to be able to get the win, but you're right, several things to work on, and that's what these pre-district games are all about. You know, Georgetown, we'll talk about this later. Next week, 19-5A starts district. Many other districts around Central Texas, not quite to district play yet, but as you hear the fight song play, man, they're loving it tonight. But Georgetown able to turn this game really in the last 3 minutes as Braworth had that touchdown, and boy, Hayes, as you mentioned, a team, I gave them props all night, Rob. I think this is a fine ball club.
Absolutely.
Coach LaHue has got a ton to work with there. They're going to be right there in the playoff mix, if not in for sure. A great running game, but more passing talent than I saw. You know, Braworth, really a great night for him, 2 touchdowns. But you're right, this game changed in the final 3 minutes when Caden Leggett, can't wait to clip that highlight, because that's one for the ages. The way he velcroed that ball, that got them back tied. And then Davis Northcutt, I can't describe it any better than saying just a perfect wedge shot in golf, set it down there perfectly. I mean, he's a golfer. He's a great golfer, and he knew what he was doing there, and they recovered that football, and that turned the momentum. As Cooper Bell said, I'm doing it myself. Cooper tonight, 4 touchdowns through the air, another one on the ground. What can you say about that young man? What a game for him.
Well, again, Georgetown victorious 35-28. Quickly, let's talk about how they got there. That first quarter for Georgetown defense looking strong as they continued where they left off versus the Fort Worth Brewer Bears back in Waco at Waco Midway this past Friday, resulting in that first possession by the Hayes Rebels for a punt. Georgetown, their ensuing possession, a 71-yard touchdown pass to none other than Caden Leggett. That with 9:04 to go in the first. The point after, though, was missed. That kick attempt was missed by Northcutt. Georgetown led 6-0. After back-to-back possessions of no scores, it was then Hayes who answered in the first quarter. This time, their score, though, however, was just off of a field goal. It was a 23-yard field goal by their kicker, Michael Bollinger. At that point, 36 seconds to go in the first, and the Georgetown Eagles held a 3-point lead, 6-3. Moving on to the second quarter, Georgetown, their third possession of the night, started out on their own 37-yard line, capped off by a 28-yard touchdown pass again to Leggett to quit with 9:38 to go. The 2-point extra attempt was good as well by Caden Leggett. Georgetown a commanding 14-3 lead at that point. Hayes answered the call from their own 15-yard line. The ensuing possession, a 33-yard field goal once again by Michael Bollinger with 4:07 to go in that second quarter. And Georgetown holding on, nursing that 14-6 lead. Then it was Hayes. After Georgetown punted on their fourth possession, Hayes started out great field position on the Georgetown Eagle 21. That drive capped off by a 3-yard touchdown run by the quarterback, Xavier Martinez. With 1:38 to go in the second, it was a tie ball game, 14-14 after a successful 2-point conversion. Georgetown had to punt, and then Hayes ended on the quarter as time expired. Moving on to the third period, Georgetown starting out not where they wanted to be, Matt. That sixth possession coming in the third quarter right after halftime. Started out on their own 20-yard line. They were not able to move the ball and keep things rolling. They had to punt it. Hayes able to capitalize, taking their first lead of the night, starting out on the Eagle 25, a 23-yard touchdown pass to their man, Gentry Brawith. We called his name a lot tonight. 9:14 to go in the third, and Hayes taking that 21-14 lead. Back-to-back punts by either team led us into the fourth quarter. 8th possession for the Georgetown Eagles. Started out on their own 20-yard line, drove it all the way down. That capped off by an 8-yard touchdown pass. Now the distribution starts, Matt. It wasn't just Caden Leggett there in that fourth. The distribution this time over to number 20, Dylan Cahill, Dakota Cahill's brother, with 11:21 to go in the fourth. Georgetown trailing 27-21. Back-to-back punts again. Hayes on their 10th possession started out on their own 21. Another great drive by those Rebels. A 31-yard touchdown pass into the hands of, yet again, Gentry Brawith for the Hayes Rebels. And they continued their lead, holding on at 28-21. Well, Matt, as we continue on here, Georgetown answering again. This is when things got crazy there at the end of that fourth. A 53-yard touchdown pass yet again to Caden Leggett. 2:52 to go in the game. That was all tied up. And then you talked about the golf kick. We'll call it the golf kick, as he was able to wedge that ball in between the 20 and the 30. Took a back pedal back towards the Eagles. Georgetown able to fall onto it. Georgetown recovered. They had the ball at the Hayes 22-yard line. That drive capped off by a 4-yard touchdown run by quarterback Cooper Bell. With 1:52 to go in the game, Georgetown led 35-28. Defense was able to hold there as Hayes was driving, Matt, almost able to score, but Georgetown able to work through some penalties that could have cost them the game or at least tied it up. And Georgetown able to hold on and win 35-28. What a game, Matt.
It was a great game, Rob. Very memorable. And my thing was, and I was hoping that Hayes would not score, but boy, if they did, Rob, I bet they would have gone for 2 and tried to take that win. And luckily, we'll never know, because Georgetown takes that 7-point win. And let's also, while we're at it, Davis Northcutt, Rob, the golf kick, but Noah Drum, to have the wherewithal to fall on that ball and give his team a chance to take the lead and win the game. So we had heard from all the coaches about how impressed they were with Noah coming up onto varsity, and he's been nothing short of spectacular as well. There's obviously some things to work on, Rob. You don't have a lot of time to do it, and you really have an elite opponent coming in next week. So let's talk about that here in a little bit.
Let's move on. Let's go ahead and move on to that. You know, Georgetown, we've got these first 2 preseason games, if you will, out of the way. Georgetown going 2-0 here before district play starts. And now we move on, Matt. We go on back to a Friday night schedule. And Georgetown, I think they're looking good as they come in, but they've got to work on the penalties, and that's things that they can work on during this off week. But Georgetown moving on. Let's talk about Friday next week.
Well, tomorrow night, Hutto will host for their first home game Rudder, and I expect them to knock the rudder off that boat. You know, they're
They may need a boat there in Hippo with the water.
Exactly. Rudder probably not going to have a good night there over at Hippo Stadium, but that will take tomorrow night. We'll see, but I think Hutto will come in here at 2-0 as well. It all starts and ends with Chase Griffin. The junior quarterback now has matured. Last year, Rob, we saw how special he was as a sophomore. Really probably should have had Hutto winning that ball game with that late strike, the missed extra point, Zach Kepner blocking down the ball in overtime, and Georgetown taking that win. You know probably, Rob, Hutto and Coach Van Meter have circled that date 8 days from now as, something pretty special for them because of the way that game ended last year. not the best taste in Hutto's mouth. The exceptional video replay going on that Caden Leggett catch is just that's pro level stuff right there.
Yeah, that's going to be cube level worthy. You remember the Bo Corrales one-handed? I think on the cube that thing ended up getting like 4,000 views.
Right, that was against Elgin. It's like, Rob, when we have the video feed from GISD, there's got to be a spectacular one-handed catch happening.
That's right.
But back to Hutto, Rob. The running back has graduated, but they are stout across every, offense, defense, special teams. They went in week 1 and absolutely dropped 47 on Bryan on the road. Just absolutely took the Vikings out of that game. And I expect Georgetown's going to have to work, Rob. There were some things tonight that were a little concerning, mostly penalties. I think Hayes, like we said, they're a good team. They're going to get yardage. But the self-inflicted wounds are the things that could kill you, but it's just Georgetown's skill guys, Cooper Bell, Caden Leggett mostly, just would not let their team down tonight. And we'll talk about who we'll see on Wednesday, but incredible game and a pleasure to call it.
Well, Matt, as always, an honor and a privilege to be up here in the broadcast booth with you. I'll be up at Gerald tomorrow night, man. My friends in Gerald, they said, Rob, will you come call a game for us? And I said, you know what, Georgetown plays on Thursday, and I want to go up there. And I love Georgetown. I love Gerald just as much, man. Those are my friends up there. So I'll be up in Georgetown tomorrow night with Thomas Matemedor. That'll be a fun call with him, and we'll see what kind of fun we can have. Gerald, we're able to bring them video broadcasts as well now. So we're definitely trying to add the layers here at SHN. But, Matt, wanted to remind everybody we're here for the kids, for the community. And as always, we've been saying this here, our thoughts and prayers remain with those affected by Hurricane Harvey in southeast Texas. Please continue to donate, but do not donate clothes. They do not need used clothes. That is, I've heard from many people now that used clothes, that is not a necessity, not needed. They have to process that stuff. And they cannot handle it. So if you do clothes,
monetary, right?
Yeah, they need more monetary gift cards, things like that. Get a Home Depot gift card. People are going to need that to rebuild.
Right.
But then also, folks, if you do feel led, if you say, hey, I just need to give some sort of clothes, get brand new socks and brand new underwear. They can use that. So again, help out any way you can. Celebration.Church. Their facility's open from 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. They're flying people out of Georgetown Airport and bringing them back. Just great stuff that's going on there. And then also make sure that Irma is on the way.
Yeah, Florida's going to be hit hard, and boy, it's tough to see just a couple weeks after a catastrophe like that in Houston, and how many 20-something counties affected in Texas. They say that thing is going right for Miami, so it's just kind of a 1,000-year weather event right now. So it's something we've never seen in our life.
So more thoughts and prayers for the folks. I was going to bring that up with Irma as well. And if you're trying to find a reputable organization and you just can't find out where to go, we invite you to visit guidestar.org. Again, that is guidestar.org.
I said this last week too, Rob. Thanks to all the sponsors this year for making this happen. It looks like Georgetown, the 2 games here, we got another special team on our hands, and we can't overstate. Tonight, Thursday, a little bit different, a 7 o'clock early start. Next Friday night, when those hippos come out of the river and arrive here at Birkelbach, we need the Blue Crew and the rest of the Eagle Nation here to make this very difficult place to play, because Hutto is a very good team. I really think with the way Cedar Park showed maybe a little bit of kink in the armor, I think Hutto's going to be right there challenging for the 19-5A title. We would hope Georgetown would be right up there with them, but I know they've been looking a year forward since they lost that game in just rip it out of your guts fashion last year, as we sat on the top of the Hutto stands with all our Georgetown fans, which was awesome. And we went a little bananas at that end of that game, but it was worth it. I think that's going to be a heck of a ball game. Probably one of the featured games in Central Texas next Friday night. We need a big crowd here supporting these young men.
And we'll have that Hutto game on video delay, so you'll be able to listen to the live audio video delay. Matt, you brought up a good point. I did want to give one final thanks to our sponsors. Of course, Jamie Brooks Fisher with Keller Williams Realty, our presenting sponsor this season. She's ready to start looking for your new home, because your home is where her heart is. Make sure to visit her online at jamiefisher.kw.com. Also, wanted to thank our friends at Champion Site Prep, doing great work all throughout Central Texas with a lot of construction for schools, hospitals, and other commercial facilities. Check them out at idigdirt.com. Hey, wanted to give a shout out, too, to our friends Royce Electric up in Harker Heights. Now, that's awesome to have someone from Harker Heights sponsoring Georgetown Eagle football. Well, that is their grandchildren, Cameron Biondo and her sister, that are cheerleaders here for Georgetown. So, and I know their daughter Shelly very well, so a shout out to Shelly as well. But Royce Electric, thank you so much for your sponsorship. They're located in Harker Heights. Give them a call, 254-699-2685. Also wanted to thank Joe Bob from Georgetown Interstate Transmission and Automotive Repair, right next to Mel's Lone Star Lanes. And then finally, last but not least, good friend, Coach Adam Foster's stepfather, I believe. It's Mr. Locke for Mill Direct Carpet. The next time you're in need of new flooring, hardwood, tile, and carpet, give our good friend Mr. Locke over at Mill Direct a call. Matt?
Don't forget a podcast coming on Monday from you guys, and the coaches show coming up on Wednesday. You can see it right there on the video, Rob. Nothing much more to say than big win.
Exactly.
It's huge, and can't wait for the Huddle game next week.
Thanks to all of our listeners out there that were chiming in tonight on Twitter. Make sure to continue to follow us on Twitter, as we will keep things updated. Post your game day photos and more. You can follow us at Twitter at SHN Sports. Help us continue to spread the word. Please make sure to visit our sponsors and show them your support, because without them, none of this is possible, as we do not charge for our football broadcast to the listeners and the viewers. Well, once again, thanks everybody for tuning in. For Matt Leishman and Nathan Height, I'm Rob Hipp. We wish you well. Have a pleasant evening, and we'll catch you next time here back on Friday for Georgetown Eagle football at home versus those Hippos. Till then, have a great night. Georgetown victorious 35-28. God bless everyone. We'll catch you on Friday. Take care.
The proceeding was a presentation of the SHNSports.com broadcast network. This broadcast was under the direction and copywritten by the Shoning Hip Network. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, use of sound bites and interviews, and use of any other content, including audio or video, without the direct written consent and permission by the Shoning Hip Network is strictly prohibited and protected by federal copyright laws. All rights are reserved by the Shoning Hip Network and SHNSports.com. On behalf of Rob Hipp, Director of Operations, Carl Shoning, Director of Broadcasting, Mike Katz, the SHN Broadcast Academy Director, and all of our crews who make these broadcasts possible, we wish you well and thanks for joining us.